Your love has taken over me. Yes, I've learned to depend on you. I've got confidence in you, oh Lord. I put my trust. Your love has taken over me, 'cause I've learned to depend on you. I have confidence in you, oh Lord. I put my trust.
104.7. More FM 104.7.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join Andy Williams, Michael Kerr, and Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team on M104.7 as they rip apart the lies, half-truth, and misinformation that the mainstream media never discuss. The Ground Report. Hard-hitting, informative, undiluted, uncompromising, and unfiltered. Monday to Friday on M104.7 FM. Get the raw facts before making any life-changing decisions. Only on The Ground Report.
Round the clock, you can't stop, you're on the go. KFC have something for you, so delicious, it's our favorite meal. On KFC we deal is the real thing. Come get a whole meal on your time, eh? We deal when you're busy, you could still be happy when you get a KFC we deal.
When you're on the go, you always have time for a delicious meal with the KFC We Deal. Enjoy 2 pieces of golden chicken and 2 regular sides for only $34.95 today. From KFC, it's finger licking good.
David Guide and Son Funeral Services, with locations in High Street, Superior, Port of Spain, Couva, San Fernando, and Point Fortin. David Guide and Son Funeral Services is the choice for you. Having to lose someone you love is already hard, so funeral services and arrangements should be made easy. And at David Guide and Son, that is what we guarantee. We guarantee our customers exclusive services at affordable prices. Our services include funeral pre-arrangement packages, casket customization, great customer service, the latest in body preparation technology, and the best fleet of vehicles to give your loved ones the send-off they deserve. With 5 convenient locations located nationwide, feel free to call or visit us today. With full packages starting from as low as $7,500, call David Guide and Son Funeral Services today. Distinctive, not expensive.
On Saturday, 11th May, the night before Mother's Day, Goodfellas and Notorious Promotion presents From Then to Now.
It's called Ippity Alba. Don't stop around.
From Then to Now. At Club Eatings, Ojo Road, Sangre Grande. Doors open from 9 p.m. till. With artists performing live, Swappy, Irfan Els, and surprise guests with your DJs, DJ Romero, Dario Sound Movement, The Perfect One, Mega D, Sean 3.0, and J-Wise, DJ Nigel, and many more. Get your tickets now. Tickets available at the venue. And committee members. Tickets cost $100. Call 764-4837 and 463-7303. Get your tickets early. It's the ultimate Mother's Day gift. Saturday, 11th May. All roads lead to Club Eatings, Ojo Road, Sangre Grande.
Put food on your table. ADC is affordable. Shop at ADC Supermarket, Cleaver Road. A very comfortable and clean environment. These prices are unbelievable. Come see for yourself. We have the best alcohol prices. Don't miss out. Get those specials on liquor. Put food on your table with ADC Supermarket, conveniently located at number 4 Cleaver Road in Arima. Every Friday and Saturday is real vibes and live entertainment from your very own DJ Christian on Friday and Saturday. Everyone is talking about ADC Supermarket. Shop in comfort and in a clean environment with the best prices for all your grocery needs. Secured parking. Remember, free delivery. Put food on your table. ADC is affordable. ADC Supermarket, number 4 Cleaver Road in Ari.
Saturday, May 4th. Saturday, May 4th. Saturday, May 4th.
Police Mess St. James, the date and place to remember.
Yo, well, it's your boy Ziggy Rankin, and on the 4th of May, I will be at the Police Mess for the early Mother's Party.
Saturday, May 4th, all mothers and mothers-to-be get ready for an early mother's party at the Police Mess St. James. DJ Dr. Ross.
Starboy Carey, bass, no time to waste.
The old school assassin music chest. Free Hennessy or cupcake and ice cream for the first 100 mom. And a $1,000 door prize for mom. Saturday, May 4th, all mothers and mothers-to-be get ready for an early mother's party. Police Mess St. James.
Yes, get your early bird $80 tickets now at Villa by Naruka and Police Mess in St. James. Let's go! Come on!
More music festival.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? Stand against.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Time check, it's approximately 11 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. And you listen to the ground report. Yours truly, the pitbull of radio, Lennox Smith, Mike Culker, Director Newbie, and you the people out there in your thousands of you out there. A pleasant good morning to you. Mr. Pleasant, good morning to all maxi taxi drivers, PH drivers, bus drivers, truckers. Good morning to you. To all senior citizens, a pleasant good morning to you. To the physically challenged disabled people, a pleasant good morning to you. Not forgetting our sister Isle Tobago, good morning to you. Mr. Pleasant, good morning to all loyal listeners, callers, well-wishers, to all critics, to all haters, a pleasant good morning to you. Most important mornings is to all patriots, Trinbagonians, people that will put their God and their family first before the race, religion, and politics, which is destroying Trinidad and Tobago, and that's a fact. Good morning to you, the God-fearing people, the true God-fearing people. Hey Daru, they look on YouTube. Oh, Andy for Old Pooch West. No. Let me say a pleasant good morning to those of you that are locked on to us here on a Real Media TT on Facebook. Yeah, Real Media TT on Facebook, Real Media TT on YouTube. Good morning to each and every one of you that already lock on, man. Carmen, good morning to you. Tara, all of you, man. John. Yeah, Primraj, good morning. Matilda Rose, good morning to you. Shirley, good morning. Biznat, a pleasant good morning. Aisha, good morning. Oh boy, Nadira, a pleasant good morning to you. Balroop. Ah boy, Balroop. A pleasant good morning to you, my brother. Regent Chamaraj, good morning to you. Peter. A good morning to you, Peter. Yeah. Jagroup, good morning to you. Ryan, good morning. Oh boy. Hey Rampusuna, pleasant good morning. Anne-Marie. Good morning to you all, Anne-Marie's. Good morning to you all. Vanessa, good morning. Angela, good morning. Baby, good morning to you. Not forgetting Miss Balmain. And my good friend up there in Vancouver. Good morning to you all. Wow. Hanifa D. Mohammed, a pleasant good morning to you. say a pleasant good morning to Toko, Sandy, Grandi, Valencia, well, the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. But you're not going to say a special good morning to Toko, Sandy, Grandi, Valencia people. A pleasant good morning to each and every one of you. Denise, a pleasant good morning. Noel, good morning to you. Passad, a pleasant good morning. Davika Balkaran, yeah, Davika Balkaran, good morning. Russell, good morning. Lennox Smith, a pleasant good morning to you. What's in our headlines this morning?
Yes, indeed. A pleasant good morning to you, my friend. But of course, I got up this morning saying that to tell Kamala, I got a dream, a premonition. We must live better. We have a duty and responsibility to live better. And of course, we are depending on the honorable in order to make that happen, because the UNC is the only alternative that Trinidad and Tobago has to make certain that we live better. So Kamala Prasad Bisesa, belated and otherwise in terms of birthday and so on. Why I'm saying this? Because of course I attended that award ceremony yesterday. She was resplendent in terms of her presence and her physique and of course her attire, if you want to call that, or garment. But of course the awardees as well, including of course Archbishop Barbara Grayberg, who I accompanied. I think it was a wonderfully attended exercise, well organized, and of course all the speeches were magnificent. So I could only say this morning, of course, to Kamala Prasad Bisesa, we want to live better, we must live better. And of course, the UNC is the only alternative. I am not concerned about the shenanigans and the what I consider to be the power play that some people believe that they must make at this point in time, and try, of course, to throw fly in the ointment. That and a pink donkey. The country will not see, or in other words, it will never happen, simply because the people have made up their minds, frankly, that of course the UNC must get into government, because this government, under Rowley, clearly has disappointed and has of course destroyed the psychic as well as the physical and financial and economic should I say development of Trinidad and Tobago. That being as it may, let's go straight, of course, to today's headlines. Of course, JSC told records lacking for Point Fortin highway project. Well, obviously it is lacking for that, because the pretense by Dr. Rowley that he is concerned about unbelatedly about the monies that he said was given or was paid to OAS with respect, of course, to the construction of the highway to Point Fortin is merely a ruse, is merely red herring. What he is attempting to do is deflect attention away from the fact that he told us that the company was bankrupt and that he went after $1 billion, and now that he has to, now we, the people, now have to pay back that money that he got. He is now, of course, attempting to go here, there, and everywhere in a spit or in a state of denial, having, of course, exhibited another disaster for Trinidad and Tobago. And he has two parallel inquiries. One, a commission of inquiry headed by his good friend, of course, Justice Ventor. Over $11 million spent already, and we have seen nothing for it. And then, of course, he initiated as well a JSC, a Joint Select Committee. So we know it is hogwash. We know we must be dismissive. So I'm not surprised that they can't find any documents. Rowley knew that. But at the same time wants to waste people time and waste precious money in order, of course, to try to salvage something that is unsalvageable. That being as it may, Orisha elders gather for Earth Day. Well, yes, indeed, Earth Day was celebrated by the Orisha. It's a spiritual thing with them. And, of course, water, river, sky is a crucial part of their religious should I say, ceremonies, and of course their dogma and rituals, and that was exhibited in that Brand Lara Promenade exhibition that they displayed, or should I say, worshipping that they displayed on the occasion
Nice.
of Earth Day. I
Yo,
mean,
I wanna ask.
landfill. Oh, sorry, you wanted to say something?
Yes, you wanna ask because you don't already talk about the Earth Day or how it go. And also in the headlines of the Guardian, I'm seeing here to clear the air Imbert. Auditor General sends legal letter to Finance Minister and AG.
Yeah, well, I'm coming
Wow.
to that. I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. We have two, in fact, stories on that one.
No,
I
right.
mean,
No, just short, because remember we had to take a little break, so just short, yeah.
I know. Okay, well, let's go straight to that then. The other, yes, of course. They went to Parliament. Well, first and foremost, I want to tell the population: be very circumspect and take an interest in the country's finances. These issues must not be swept under the carpet for lack of understanding or comprehension, because it is crucial not only for the present generation and how our monies are spent, but also for future generations. And if these fellas are allowed to cripple the country, as we saw prior to the 1986 elections, and we have to go literally to the IMF. We have too many resources at our disposal for that to happen by incompetent inability of a group of individuals who pretend to be what they are not, and then of course displaying disaster after disaster. In this particular case, let me just be brief. The fact of the matter is
because
that
the Auditor General also is saying they want, with the legal letter they send, they want the demand a retraction of a statement made in the Parliament.
Yeah, well, let me get to the details. The entire issue surrounds the understatement of the revenues of the country in the 2023 Auditor General statement. On the one hand, the government is saying that it's really about $23 billion is in question here, but of course the Auditor General only could have accounted for 22 billion. Understand?
All right, so let's hear that again. The Auditor General only account for 22 billion and what?
And of course the government is saying that it is 23 billion.
So $1 billion missing.
That's right.
So $1 billion missing. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. At any rate, let me just to not put figures to the matter, simply to say that the issue is that there has been a shortfall in the revenue as far as the Auditor General is concerned, between the government stating that it ought to be more and the Auditor General saying that it is less based on the information that she has before her. No, that was attempted to be corrected, because at the same time there is a legal requirement by the end of January. That report is supposed to be laid in the Parliament. It is in law, so that the Auditor General submitted her report on time to the Parliament. But according to Imbert and Day, there was a discrepancy, that shortfall. But even when the Auditor General put that shortfall into consideration before she submitted her report, there was still an unaccounted for of over $700 million. And what transpired is that she sent it with a note, a disclaimer saying that, listen, I cannot account for this. I don't know anything about this. That is what got Imbert and them vexed, because in an attempt, of course, to correct that, officials of Imbert's ministry tried to, should I say, forcefully, because that is the impression I am getting, forcefully try to make her accept the discrepancy, and she said no. She said no. I've already submitted my report, and that's it. The Attorney General then, of course, sends her a pre-action protocol letter saying that she's obligated to, of course, accept it. So they go to Parliament on a provision of the Exchequer Act, section 24 and 25. All
of that, them had to be going through, boy?
Yeah, all that. Yeah. To say that they want to extend the time for the report to be submitted. The opposition say there cannot be, you cannot have the report before you and not put it into the records, the national records, on the in the Parliament, and for you and I to peruse, because it has been submitted within the deadline of January 30th of this year, the last year's report. But Imbert and them Imbert said he went and get legal advice that they can have a supplemental report, an additional report, and the Auditor General is obligated to put it in to as if it was the 2023 report as she submitted to the Parliament. Guess what? The Auditor General then sends a strong letter through, of course, Anand Ramlogan's office, legal office, saying to them that even if she was minded to put that additional information in, the fact that they backdated to the 30th, you understand? The fact that they backdated to the 30th, she will be. They are asking her to compromise her integrity and the nation's finances, and at any rate, she cannot do that because there is no supporting documents to say or to verify or to certify that money came into the treasury, and at the same time, the government is issuing checks. The government is issuing checks on the basis of that.
Boy.
Yes,
this thing bad, boy.
Yeah. It is horrible. It is horrendous, and it's a conman job. It reeks with, of course, dishonesty and, of course, an attempt to bully.
But what that one no one
an
say.
independent officer to, of course, do what she ought not to be doing, because that is how this government operates. It's a gangster group of individuals, and they have weaponized government against the people.
What I'm watching in all of this is that she refused, which is good, to become a AG, like how this boy going and lying in America. This one, she refused to become a Alwari. The things where the two AGs and them do. She refused to do that, which is to give up her integrity based on politics or this or that. She refusing, and I must say, hats off to the Auditor General, boy. That at least it have people out there that not making the government, or I'm not making Rowley-led government, call him Imbert, Guy Smiley, all of them squeeze her to the extent because if she only apply with them, it come like a she now breaking the law, you know, because you say it have no supporting documents.
They don't care once they are sanitized,
but them willing to throw she under the bus.
The criteria, they meet the law requirements, and then when the issue comes up, whether before the courts or in a disciplinary arrangement that could jeopardize her position, all Alwari and them, and of course Imbert and them, will be saying, well, it's she who did that, we didn't do it. And he said in Parliament, in fact, he emphasized the minister has nothing to do with that, and he trying to help out. At the same time, he come to the Parliament to try to help out officials, public servants who red flag the issue and saying it's just a discrepancy of close to $1 billion.
No, but here we're watching too.
$1 billion, you know, yeah. But he is saying that he just helping them out.
Yeah, you there? Lose you a little bit there. But here we're watching to Lennox Smith while we get you back. We can't hear your voice yet. Here what it is are also watching. Under all seriousness. Look at the length. If everything is above board, Lennox Smith is still in here. But I will let you know when I hear you. If everything is above board, why Colin and Bert and the government going through all of this? If it have no cocoa in the sun, why them going through all of this? Something had to be wrong. But by the meanwhile, we get back Lennox Smith. The lines are open. The numbers to call. It's 6:31 a.m. in the morning here. And for those of you that are locked on outside, let's open the lines by the meanwhile. While we in conversation will bring conversation, and headliners will bring headliners. What's on your front burner this morning, caller? What's supposed to make news that are not making news? Good morning to you.
Morning, Andy's voice are powerful as always. Morning, Lennox and Mikey K. I want to know, Paho gone Mac? Well, evidence dead. Because whatever evidence Paho come and leave, they're taking out all of that. Because you have to wait, it's alleged, until 6 months before you could get the real thing, before they could say something. So that's dead. We have to say that dead, boy. They're killing that dead. And what I want to say, they're building a roundabout in a Mira Road. That is a waste of money. This government spending the money where money is not to be spent. That roundabout only building in a Mira Road is a waste of time. Much traffic it will involve. You understand? All you have no damn right to take the money and spend it. All you're taking all the little pavement and build a big roundabout where people don't even know left to right. People wouldn't even be able to use it because there are plenty people in this country don't know how to use a roundabout. So it's a waste of taxpayers' money. And Mr. Prime Minister, where are you? You're still in the country, you're in Italy. You ain't saying nothing about the babies because you know Paho here. And when Paho left the information, you know it's dead. Or you're taking out all the pieces, all the information in it. So babies, oh God, nothing for the poor, nothing for the babies. All the information gone. It's dead. All you're wicked.
Oh boy. The lines are open, Trinidad and Tobago. To all new callers, let me give you all the number. And let me say a pleasant good morning to Rishi. A pleasant good morning to you. Oh boy, Miss Pearl, good morning. Mommy Pearl. So let me get the numbers. The numbers to call Trinidad and Tobago. What's on your front burner? What's supposed to make news that not making news? 229-0251. That's 229-0251 or 239-5120. 239-5120. Or give us a WhatsApp call at 366-3053. 366-3053. What's on your front burner? Lennox Smith ain't here yet, so you could just say something to indicate that all is well on your side. Morning caller, where are you calling from? What's your contribution in the ground report this morning?
Hey, morning, Andy.
Good morning to you.
Just want to give a little info on a situation that happened on Friday in front Golden Grove Prison entrance, which I would regard as a total disrespect. Licensed officers and police officers held a roadblock right in front of Golden Grove Prison entrance.
Wow,
That's a total blatant disrespect because just as officers who are coming out the car park and have to drive out into the road are subjected to search for tire and windshield and light and all these things to get tickets. That is a blatant disrespect on my behalf.
Oh, so well, obviously you are a prison officer. Obviously, it had to be, and that was Friday. Around what time Friday?
Around I came back down to the car park around 6:30, and here the utter nonsense. Whilst I was driving, going into the car park, right, a police officer coming towards the car park. Like if I duck in roadblock, but I am going back on station, right? Then they have no jurisdiction on our compound.
Wow! So they come to talk to you where they don't have no jurisdiction.
No, but he couldn't come to talk to me and tell me anything because I have nothing to answer to them for. Well, let me just put it
that is wrong. That is wrong. And to me, it created more problem than solutions.
But
based on exactly where it is they decide to set up a roadblock.
But that is madness. You would put that in front of the prison compound, man. What madness is this? And officers who working hard, had a family to go home to, who work a long shift. They will have to be subjected to driving out into a roadblock, right? Nah, man. What way you would choose to set it up? These people, something mentally wrong with these people?
And give us one suggestion, Mr. Prison Officer, where if, let me say, licensed officers want to set up a roadblock to do those things or whatever, you say, well, all right, which I agree. Exactly in front of the prisons. I think that is a risk too, because with the roadblock or if it go, yeah, that's a risk.
I'm glad you mentioned that because it is a security breach to have cars stalled in front of a prison. It is a security breach, right? And I have no problem if the police and license officers doing their job. Let me make mention of that. But the location, man, you can hold it a little lower down the road or higher up the road, not in front the compound.
Wow, understood. Thanks so much, Mr. Prison Officer. Thanks so much.
All right, take care.
Let's go to the lines again. Let me repeat the numbers for all new callers. Your contribution is very, very important. There may be front burner issues or things that's supposed to make news that I and all ain't touch on and would like you to get involved and touch on it. Bring it to the people of Trinidad and Tobago while having the ears of thousands of people lock on and listening. All in their maxis, their taxis, all over. It is the biggest program in the morning right here in Trinidad and Tobago talk show program, The Ground Report. Let's go to the lines. Morning caller, where are you calling from? What's your contribution on The Ground Report this morning? What's supposed to make news that not make in making news? Go ahead.
Good morning, Andy Williams. This is your boy, Brother Carnage.
Brother Carnage, you go ahead, my brother. What's your contribution?
Good morning, Lennox Smith, Trinidad and Tobago. Pleasant good morning to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Now, Andy, in the 2020 general election, Rowley run out and say he win, right? He didn't wait until the EBC come out and say that. Well, I see Paho come here to investigate some murders take place in the hospital. Nobody know what's going on, and from what I seen, Dialson run out and ball. He contented with power investigation. It's about 3 days. You're talking about 7 babies or 11 babies, and up to now it reached about 18 babies. So in 3 days, power come 3 people. The ball in power will be fitting the own bill. Which part of the world are organization coming in your country and they fit in the own bill? Could it happen, Andy? Yes, it could happen. But do you believe is that what's going on, Andy?
Well, you see, I think sometime 4 days ago, so one of our callers brought that to our attention, which is if we are members of Pago, right? That when the year come, do we have to pay them anything? And if not, if we don't have to pay them anything, did we also pay them to come in to do the investigation or so? So that was jumping up, and I ain't get to the bottom of that yet. But if anybody knows, we will be able to have that answer for us. We We wish you give us an idea, but
appreciate that bring it forward. And next thing too, this Mr. Carl Imbut, and I want to show Trinidad and Tobago. Thank God for the Auditor General for she to stand up as a pillar to say no, it wasn't so, it's so, and they're trying to choke it down her throat to say no, don't say it wasn't so, say so. So you're seeing the unjust that it is taking place in this country where the PNM administration is concerned with workers and all, with workers who are trying to put, you see how disrespectful these people is, and we just saying no and taking that on a daily basis, and that is unfair to we. That is unfair, and nobody, I just tell all you every day, and I say it again, all you're afraid, all you're afraid of him.
Thank you so much, caller. Again, the lines are open. What's on your front burner this morning?
Good morning, ground report.
Good morning to you.
Tunapuna here, fellas. Andy? Lennox, sorry. Well, I am glad.
Right, before you talk there, one of Mr. Carnage, one of our bloggers said that PAHO is financed by member countries, and if we's a member country, obviously we are part of the financing of PAHO. Right, you go ahead, Mr. Tunapuna.
All right, let me tell you something. I am glad that we have someone, the Auditor General, who is standing her ground because of our independent office, and the PNM is trying to contaminate, and just as all they did to all other institutions. And I'm glad that she's taking legal action against them, because it can't get worse than this, Andy. This is fraud, this is corruption, and the Minister of Finance is trying to distance himself by saying he doesn't know anything about this thing and the shortfall and all the information that was submitted to the Auditor General. How the hell you could tell me?
You don't know about it.
You don't know about
and
it.
you're the Minister of Finance.
You're the Minister of Finance.
What the hell is wrong with them, boy?
And these people have to be really noticed. And you see, it involves the Board of Inland Revenue, it involves the Treasury, and some other government institutions who have to compile this information to submit to the Auditor General. So how the hell call me in, but you're going to tell me as the Minister of Finance you don't know anything about this? I'll tell you this somebody people had to get locked up with Rowley and Imbut and all the Attorney General, because I got to tell you why, Andy. So much babies died just recently. It was because of the fact of maintenance of certain equipment and the breakdown of certain things that the government failed to repair, failed to buy and to do to avoid these things. So much money that was supposed to be spent on these things, and babies died as a consequence. But yet still, money cannot be...
I wonder if again a bang, bang, bang. Is it coming from on your side? I can brip, brip, brip. Unless it's Lennox Smith trying to get in, but you go ahead.
Right? So it just goes to show you that this is fraud, this is corruption, the entire government. And why I'm saying this, Andy, I'm just going to draw your attention to something. I want to hear the financial analysts. I want to hear the Security and Exchange Commission. I want to hear the all these so-called independent office as they deal with finance, the Security and Exchange Commission, and all these things, and the Financial Intelligence Unit. I want to hear them come out and speak out. Because why I'm telling you this, Andy, just when the Attorney General went and lied in America, and I call him names, because I have my facts to support me. When the Attorney General went and lied in America, they approached this woman, Lynette Sweet, who is the head of the Law Association, and to find out what is her comment and thing about it, about the Attorney General lying to the population. She said, I cannot comment because right now my mother died, and I'm in the process that I'm going through that grief and whatnot and whatnot. Since after then, we have not heard from her. Israel Khan, when asked the question, and he's a senior counsel, and he was also the head of the Law Association. when he was active, I give him a chance. I give him a break now. He knew in the business, I think he green and whatnot, and whatnot. These are the people who we would have expected to come out vociferously and speak out on these kind of things, because it involves your Attorney General. Your Attorney General, who is the Attorney General of the country, not to defend the blasted government of wrongdoing. It has so much things. I want to see these 5 dissidents who walked out of the parliament. Rodney Charles and Rambali and Ragbir and the whole set of them. They ought to be charged for misbehavior in public office too. Because this is something that is critical, Andy, to the economy of the country. And you allow the government to abstain. Hello? Hello?
Yes, you go ahead, I'm hearing you.
All you walk out of the parliament and give the government a freeway to get an extension, to fix up and cook up their books and whatnot and thing, and to come up with more lies and whatnot and thing. But the Auditor General, brother, I congratulate you because, and what is the worst, Andy, is that they try to frighten her by sending pre-action protocol letter so she go get frightened and say, and once you know you send pre-action protocol letter, you know what that means, Andy? That's a stymie, that's a shut you up. And you will pull back. But she is saying no. And you see, they're going to want to blame the UNC. And then again, I think she's some ramdas or something. They're going to want to put a little race thing to it too. You don't PNM. She's a supporter, or she's a Indian, she's a UNC. And that's what they're going to cook up all of that. And make it look like that, she acting on behalf of the UNC. But thank God, she's an independent office. And that has nothing to do with the UNC. The UNC make no allegation, no accusation. This was brought to the parliament by the Minister of Finance and the Attorney General. And they were found wanting. And Andy, I want to wrap up here and ask so if Lennox, are you there, my brother? Andy, is Lennox there?
Yes. Sorry.
But for now, thanks you very much.
Current went. Listen, gentlemen. Yeah. Current went, and as a consequence, I had a sudden, of course, disconnect. It has just returned. So, my apology to all and sundry. We were in the jaws of a very important matter.
Some fanatic go say, well, Lennox Smith telling we current going for. Why you don't have a generator? And with my aunt. But they ain't go buy the generator for you. Like they expect, because you talk on radio, you must have every single thing. Or your life is not like their own.
I am a very practical man, and that is the reality. Of course, Jaiwanti Ramdas is the name of the Auditor General. She was appointed last year. So it can't be it was under UNC administration. Let's get that clear. And clearly,
them up on you.
Themselves
up on you.
So they don't have that. They don't have that to tell to their or to disclose to their fanatics and their apologists. So they are in a lot of hot water with that because they are appointed, of course. But she turned out to be an honest person. She turned out to be a person serious about her job. Something like, and she's now going through a process similar to, of course, that of a former commissioner.
And what about Joala?
No, I did closer to the former commissioner of police.
Gary Griffith.
When, of course, they asked him, they give him, $40-something million to generate red herring against the former administration officials, and he refused.
Well, let me ask you something.
And did his job objectively and without fear of favor. And they don't want that. These con men and women that Dr. Rowley has assembled, he himself being of that cloth, clearly. And the PNM itself has morphed into a criminal enterprise.
But let me ask you something.
Another stanza in that most bizarre state of affairs that you are criminalizing government in order to have your way.
Let me ask you something.
Incompetent and as greedy as they are. Go ahead.
Yes, let me ask you something. So how I will look at it is that remember they appoint her, and they thought to me that in appointing her, Jolanti, you say her name is?
Yes, her name is
Jaiwanti.
Jaiwanti.
Jaiwantie. Jaiwanti Ramdas.
All right, well, then I will say Miss Ramdas, right?
Yes.
So they thought that when they appointed Miss Ramdas, that she will know wherever the push down she throat.
Yeah, totally.
Because like a favor. Or that's how they remember that would pay them as much. When they appoint people, hey, it's a favor.
Yeah.
You get picked, hey, you had to dance with us. And they expected her to dance with them. And she refused to dance with them. But besides that,
that's right.
Right, that whole about it. But here what the question, the next question I want to ask, and this in your field. Right? Somebody sent a message saying, good morning, Andy. Why the court not opening? So I just sent back a message. Could you explain just a little more what do you mean by the court not opening? Meaning what? Physical court, the appointments or the online thing or what? What? You know, so I'm still waiting what it is they... Oh, when you make appointments... Well, look, let's send back something. Because I say explain. They say when you make appointment, when you send a email, they're not replying to superior magistrate court or however it go. So obviously that mean when the physical court will be reopening.
Yeah. Because,
to make life easy on everybody.
Generally, you have virtual courts, right? And that is so frustrating from several perspectives. One, you have to have a computer, you have to have internet. If you go physically,
so it means it's not catering. It means it's not catering for the lesser mortals, the most,
right.
the least unfortunate.
Not familiar with the technology.
Who not familiar with technology?
Not be, but yet still they will record it. If you didn't appear virtually, they will record it as non-appearance, as if it's a physical court. I mean, it is a shambolic situation. Frankly, it is ineffective and inefficient. And I think that something must be done. Either you have a dual program or a dual system where persons who prefer to go must be able to choose virtual as opposed to physical. But if you are not technologically savvy, then you should be able to have the option to go to court physically.
Thank you so much for clearing on that. So Trinidad and Tobago, we go for a quick break and come back. When we come back, more.
Before we go, Andy, quickly, she was appointed on November 15, 2023 by President Christine Kangaloo. So she's clearly an appointment within the ambit or the presence of this administration, and clearly they expected her to toe the line, and she prefer not to compromise her integrity or the integrity of her office, and therefore she has responded with a strong letter from the Lord Chambers of Anand Ramlogan saying that she's not prepared to do what they say. She is prepared, of course, to take what they ask to be on board, but she would say that she has no verification of it. We will discuss this a little more because we need to understand the finances of the country and, of course, the charlatans and what I consider.
Oh boy, like Korangon again, boy.
The man is an architect or some kind of housing developer pretending to be an accountant and an economist. I'm talking about Imbert here.
Nice.
It's only Rowley could bring this kind of misfit square peg in round hole scenario to the front and then pretend that they are managing the affairs of the country appropriately. We need better management, and therefore Kamala Prasad Bisasa and the USC, we can't wait.
We really have to take a break. We take the break and come back.
We need to do better.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
China Ari Restaurant is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. 67 Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Standards. Serving local breakfast items like sada, fry bake, roast bake, and pies with all your favorite local fillings. Assorted lunches available from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Get pilau for $25 or get combination lunches from $25 to $40. They also have soup specials as well as crab and dumpling from $16 p.m. have dinner on the pavement, a la carte, with burgers, fried nuggets, gyro, and just about anything you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your order. Shiny and Ari, Main Road, St. James, open 7 days a week.
The big question today, how much will my electricity bill increase? Stop worrying. Act now. Replace your bulbs with energy-efficient LED bulbs now available at Trinity Lighting. When you purchase 4 60-watt LED bulbs for $112.50, you get 2 absolutely free. That's right, absolutely free. Or purchase 3 100-watt LED bulbs for the same price and get 1 100-watt LED bulb free. Trinity also has the following options. Purchase 2 4-foot LED tube or 1 8-foot or 2 LED colored bulbs for the same price, $112.50. At Trinity, we also stock specialty items and a wide range of electrical supplies for all your household, medical, marine, commercial, and much more. Any hard-to-find bulbs or parts, we can source it locally or internationally. Check us out at 123 Western Main Road in St. James or call 628-8373, WhatsApp 461-8620 or email trinityetc@yahoo.com.
Saturday, May 4th. Saturday, May 4th. Saturday, May 4th.
Police Mess St. James. The date and place to remember.
Yo, well, it's your boy Ziggy Rankin, and on the 4th of May, I will be at the Police Mess for the early Mother's Party.
Saturday, May 4th, all mothers and mothers-to-be get ready for an early Mother's Party at the Police Mess St. James. DJ Dr. Ross, Starboy Carey, bass, no time to waste.
The old school assassin music just...
Free Hennessy or cupcake and ice cream for the first 100 mom, and a $1,000 door prize for mom. Saturday, May 4th, all mothers and mothers-to-be get ready for an early Mother's Party.
Police Mess St. James.
Yes, get your early bird $80 tickets now at Luna by Naruka and Police Mess in St. James. Let's go! Come on!
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
On Thursday, May 30th, the day of the holiday, get ready to set sail on the ultimate retro experience aboard the party capital of the ocean, the Harbor Master. Pack your coolers and get ready for Retro Rewind. Retro Rewind. The ultimate old school musical journey. Boarding 9 a.m., sailing 10 a.m. Featuring the DJs that know how to keep the vibes unstoppable. Ken Simmons and John Boy. Third base, no time to waste. Dr. Ross, Sensational Sammy, and the Hitman Howie T. Juggling the tunes we love.
The Hitman Howie T is coming to Retro Rewind to rip off some serious cassette tunes.
Get your $275 tickets at all cashier outlets and islandetickets.com. Come, relive the moment. Live the moment. Live the moment. Let the music take you on a musical journey through the years. Retro Rewind. Retro Rewind. On Thursday, May 30th, the day of the holiday. Retro Rewind. The ultimate retro experience of more than
the rainy season is here. So be weather smart and change your tires to handle the nation's wet roads. After all, you don't want to be the one to cause any accidents, do you? So why not check out Racetrack Wheels right now? They're the only one that gives you quality tires to hold the road properly. And to top it off, Racetrack Wheels carries all sizes of tires for all makes of vehicles. They are the sole distributors for Salem and Achilles tires. These tires carry a full manufactured warranty and is the #1 tire for comfort and performance in this rainy weather. We have the latest rims in all sizes, all at drastically low prices. We also do blank wheels that could be drilled to your vehicle specification. It's all about new technology and keeping ahead of the game.
So hurry on down to Racetrack Wheels, 3 locations: 330 Eastern Main Road, Aruka, 82 Bethany Road, Bucco, Tobago, and 64th Southern Main Road, Chase Village, or call 285-9168.
So my friend, take it from me and be weather smart this season and change your tires right now at Racetrack Wheels.
the world of reggae. Saturday, June 8th, Queens Park, Savannah welcomes the living legends, Shabba Ranks, Barrington Levy, Anthony B.
One thing I can do, one thing I can say. Almighty God, I lead the way.
Maxie Priest,
Oh, baby, baby, it's a wide world.
John Mason, and more. Second edition tickets available now. Courtyard 400, VIP stage front 800. Exclusively at Cache Nationwide, Larry's Fashion Labels Chiguanas, Rennie Shoe Store, High Street San Fernando, Gastro's Arena, and online at Island E-Tickets. For more info, visit Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Keywords World of Reggae. Brought to you by the Reki Ragunanan Group of Companies and DG Homes.
Smith, you something else, yes? What people say, current go on here 2 hours. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Well,
time check. We are back. We are back. 2 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock, and you listen to the Ground Report. Yours truly, the Pitbuller Radio, Lennox Smith in studio. And yes,
I see, like you wanted to join me, so that there are those who would take pleasure in extending that criticism that was issued or extended to me. But you quickly redeemed yourself, so that's all right. But Andy, I want the population to understand how you now can connect the dots, how you can dot the I's and cross the T's in this matter. If it is that you have less revenue than you are issuing, that you are expending, you understand why people are getting paid late. You understand why people are not getting paid at all, or it is being.
But here is the nice point with that. We understand.
This is
here we understand too. Here we understand too. We also understand why the pensioners and the people who reach their age waiting months to get their money.
Yeah. Yeah, that is what is happening here. Because here it is, there's a shortfall of over $3 billion, $3.4 billion, right, for that particular period that the Auditor General issued that particular report. And even when they came and she accommodated them by reconciling, and it turned out to be 2.6. So there was still a difference of over $700 million, $780 million yet to be accounted for. Where that money come from? You know what Imbert say in the Parliament? Well, about 3 different excuses. One, that there's a new system introduced by the central bank. I suppose Hilaire would take the fall there and say that therefore the recognition of checks numbers, there was a delay as a consequence, and therefore there was some disruption there. But I think the most significant one and really ridiculous is that he is saying that the Auditor General wouldn't know about borrowed money to fill the gap. Well, if it's borrowed money to fill the gap, the Auditor General may not be concerned with that. But what she's concerned about, obviously, is money that was spent against money that was received. And whether she is privy to, according to him, she's not privy to borrowed money. And therefore was on a tirade in the Parliament saying that she wouldn't know, her report wouldn't reflect the borrowed money. But outside there in the normal transaction environment where government issuing checks is concerned, people are getting their monies late or not at all. You could look at URP right now, can't get the money for months, CPEP. And yet still this man has the audacity, the temerity to insult our intelligence. So where is the borrowed money that you would have put in the system in order to make sure that people get their monies on time? I mean, these fellas believe that somehow, and a set of theatrics and histrionics in the parliament, similar to what he did when, of course, he couldn't account for Dr. Rowley when of course, the then government responded to certain allegations, and all they did, he threw his books on the desk and then walk out the parliament and so on. That is the kind of cowardice we have purported to be government and governance. How do you, Dr. Rowley, how do you, Imbert, reconcile the fact that this is now a revelation? There are shortfalls in income, in revenue, but you are paying checks, and then at the same time, people out there are not getting their monies on time, or they're not getting it at all, and you are still saying that there is enough money to balance because there is something about borrowed money that was not put into the system, in other words, in order, of course, to reconcile or to make up the shortfall. Who you think you're fooling? Who you think you're fooling, man?
You feel somebody's dumb. So here what I'm going to do in a little bit.
Yes, go ahead,
I'm going to get in contact with Mr. Vade. Because remember, he's an economist. In a little bit there to be able to give us a breakdown, because this is very, 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 very serious. And as you said, we have to have give the people of Trinidad and Tobago an idea of how the money is spending and what's going on. And it must come from all different directions.
Is the country bankrupt or in the verge of
bankruptcy?
Is there a cash flow problem with the government? Be honest and come and tell us that. But don't try to throw the Auditor General under the bus and using all kind of legalistic semantics and Nancy stories in order, of course, to justify incompetence and impotence. Your days are numbered, and evil cannot prevail over good. And now that the good is now overcoming this evil called Rowley and Imbert, and they're still looking on with a dribble.
So truth, because we have a little break to go on again, and it will be bad as we don't talk, I don't go for a break. So
and we have to understand the finances, man.
Yes, we will. The lines are open, Trinidad and Tobago. We're just going to take a few more calls. I don't go for a break approximately about 1:15. And then we still have one to take approximately 1:45. And I have to get it right. The lines are open, and what we also want to do is start to... This is a new segment. Let's give people an opportunity in a segment. Just come with one contribution or so. And let us leave the lines open for other people that will want to get in to make contributions too. In other words, let us don't let ourselves become a nuisance to nobody. Yeah. The lines are open. Let me give you all the numbers: 229-0251, 229-0251, or 239-5120, 239-5120, or give us a WhatsApp call or send a WhatsApp voice note at 366-3053, 366-3053. Morning caller, where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Morning, Andy. Morning, Lennox. Is a contribution I want to find out. I want to ask a question, and I want to see if Lennox could help me. Morning to Mikey K. Trinidad and Tobago, that oil in Tobago with that boat that turnover, I wonder if it has something more than the oil. Is a question I want to ask the people who is professors and if it's something more than the oil we're causing these shark and them to react and the fish and them to surface to attack people. Lo and behold, I'm waiting to hear what the government go say, because they might say it's UNC we cause the shark. All you have a nice day.
Thank you very much. And
you make a mockery of them. Well said, man. Make a mockery of these fools. Go ahead, caller. Sorry about that.
Yes. So go ahead. The lines are open. Don't forget.
Insulting our collective intelligence, man. Good morning.
That's true. Morning caller.
Yes, Andy, I got cut off when I was...
Right. So you have a other point. Go ahead. You have a next contribution to make. It will be your last one within this hour, or you can make two, but it will be last one within the 7 o'clock. Go ahead.
Right. This is no different to when they printed the $100 bill, the last set, and how much hundreds of million or $1 billion was unaccounted for. This is to show you the modus operandi of this government, of being, a thief. Let me put it this way, put it straight. Lennox, you remember, I don't know if you saw this week the parliament debate where the opposition, I think it, the Gianti, oh God, anyhow, made a thing in the parliament, a presentation.
Just say Gianti, man. Just Gianti.
Right,
yeah. Medial. Go ahead.
Remember, she raised up an issue in the parliament this week about whether the government is, transparent and adhering to the constitution and the democracy, if it is being preserved. And so you saw the parliament, Lennox.
No, I didn't. But I grasp what you are.
But you go ahead, Tunapuna. You go ahead, Tunapuna. Because more you engage is more time it will take, and So you go ahead. You bring your point across.
Let me link it up to this issue here. When Jayanti Lakshmi Diyal raised the question whether the government is preserving and protecting the democracy of the country, this one, Renuka Sagram Singh Sukla, the one with the red thing in his head, attacked the UNC and said that they were the ones who were attacking the so-called independent institution, and like how they attacked the Police Service Commission, and they attacked the President's office, and the EBC, and all this. This is our defense to the government. But here it is. The government is tampering again with another form of an independent institution, which is the Auditor General. And all that the opposition is to be asking questions in the parliament is, why are you having these interferences with the DPP, the Police Service Commission, the President, and all other commissions, independent institutions, and that supposed to be independent, and this is what the opposition been questioning. So they weren't attacking them because you were using these as your plate, your toys, to deprive and deny the true democracy of this country. And therefore, this is another case in thing that where the government was trying to get the tentacles on the Auditor General. And this is why when the opposition raised concerns about it, they lamented them that they were the ones who were attacking the government, the so-called independent institution. But Lennox, I just run you a reference again, my brother, because last night, what night we spoke about it. The article by the economists Marlene Arts and Valmiki Arjun, where they talk about economists expect to keep up with their spending. And why I'm saying this, Lennox, is that they have a mid-year budget presentation to present to the parliament sometime in about June or thereabout. And if they cannot balance their thing and to come up with, information to present to the parliament, then what are you going to present to the parliament? So you see, all around, what they're doing is that they're lying, they cannot account for the money that they receive, that they spend, and all this kind of thing. And rightfully so, Lennox, when the opposition keep asking, you all are borrowing money to put back in the Revenue and Stabilization Fund. You all are borrowing money to pay back debts, that all the things. And as you say, we cannot get money to pay the contractors, even public servants, the regional corporations, and all these things cannot get money and whatnot. And it seems to me that they have crashed the economy. You understand? So this is not no ordinary thing. The PNM government, headed by Colin, but are now using the office of the Attorney General to falsify the information in terms of the economy. And when you reach that stage, in any first world country or any aspiring country that wants to be first world, people have to make jail. People have to make jail. This is no ordinary thing. I want to hear all the business sector, the Chamber of Commerce, and all of them who were responsible for supporting this government and said nothing, like the Gregory Aboud and the whole set of them. and all these local business people who can't get foreign exchange, I want to see all you come out now and speak out, because the country has reached crisis now. The economy has crashed, and the government is hell-bent on tampering with the constitution and the independence of some of these so-called independent institutions, as I say. So, fellas, I'll leave it there. I'm going to come back later, you know.
Yes. Within the
But I want to tell those young boys along the East-West corridor, beat them, sealants, etc. Don't depend on no $100 million as announced. Don't depend on that. Even Balize House construction stall, even that stall. Understand what is happening. Go ahead, Andy.
Good morning, caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Good morning, calling from Central.
Go ahead, Central.
I want you to be honest. Do you think I should pay property tax on them fellas can't account for money? You think I should pay them broken, them looking for way to fix my own place, them run out, them waste out all the money in this country. I pay no damn property tax, thank you.
Very, very good point. Very good point. Why would we be paying property tax when we are blatantly seeing that the Auditor General is saying over $2.something billion is unaccounted for, but yet still pay property tax that technically still would not be accounted for because the government don't want to be clean and transparent with the people of Trinidad and Tobago? So you made a very, very good point there.
On women and try to play that their integrity is not impugned. Come on.
They had to be joking.
Come on.
Let's take our next call. Hey, Frank James up on.
We must do better. Kamala Prasad says, get in there quickly.
Go ahead, caller.
Hi. Good morning, gentlemen. Sorry. Yeah, hello?
We hearing you loud and clear, Mr.
Right. Good morning, gentlemen. You know, they always say, who don't hear will have to feel. Look how long, it's 9 years now, people talking that this government in corruption, all kind of wrong things going on. And guess what? Nobody ain't doing anything about it. But let me tell you now, the reason why they didn't have no money is not because they were seeing taking care of the poor people. We still have so many hungry people in the country. We still have so many people who can't get medication. So many things missing from the hospital. So many things missing from education. So what they do with the money? Let me tell you what they do. All they do is to help the rich to get richer. You understand? So now, let me tell you how this government, just a little percentage of how this government wastes money. Let me come into Diego Martin. Excuse me, down by my family. When you swing into Diego Martin, Victoria Keys, Victoria Keys, they built $1 billion or $500 million road. You hear? Just for the people in Victoria Keys. Let me be real, you understand? I drove over that road, and when you go over that road is not serving any purpose as far as traffic is concerned or anything. You can see it is a road that was built for the residents of Victoria Keys. So right there it says that this is $500 million, but I feel it's more than that, right? So that is unnecessary money that they're spending. When you come further down into Diego Martin now, you reach by 4 roads, a massive community center that is not being utilized. It closed down, right? It closed down. You go a little higher up now, you have the health office. Well, that is okay because that is a health office. Next to the health office, a massive library that costs millions of dollars again, that I ain't see nobody using it because everybody have computer and nobody ain't going in there. You go a little higher up now, you reach Church Street, one massive community center again that nobody ain't using. You understand? Nobody ain't using. The post office in front of the community center, it had a big brick wall. They break down the big strong concrete wall and put up a wire wall. Money racing again. You go further down now, you reach by Bagatelle, another community center and a big sport facilities. That is millions, if not billions of dollars just on that small area here coming down on the Diego Martin Main Road, you understand? One community center would have been enough, and the rest of the money could have been spent in other places, you understand? All those things that were built there, they were not needed. They are locked up. Even with the library, the community center could have been used as a library, as everything. So you see this government, They waste the money and they do what they want. You understand? And the people allow them to waste the money. So you see the mess that they're in now? I hope they put all of them in jail. But the point is this, who's supposed to put them in jail? Them are all supposed to go in jail. So we don't know who will lock up who, but something has to be done. But you see all this mess?
Easy, you know. Oh God, let me hear.
Yes, and let the truth be told, we have a government or people who are associated with this government. It's crooks and criminals, and they you know, say it over and over.
And them is the people that supposed to hold the government accountable. So you don't know who go lock up who.
Who go guard the guards? Who go lock up who? Who go lock up who? We are not going to lock them up, Andy. We are not going to lock them up because, you know, nobody. You have, I am listening to the news the other day. I am hearing some police had a case, and the case started last week. You know, when it is he committed whatever crime they say alleged 20 years ago. We have any judiciary inside in this country. We have any law. Imagine you commit a crime and 20 years after. Look, Marty McDonald, she had time come and dead. They call any case? And what about all the gangsters that was charged with she? One of them dead too? Because I hear the case starting. You understand? So until the people get real, nobody ain't just lying or making up story, you know. There is too much corruption, too much thieving, too much racket, too much wrongdoing in this country, and somehow it has to be dealt with, you understand? So I want to compliment the opposition. All you go at them, go, you know, Andy, if you see how them people is turned beasts, when you see anybody from the opposition ask them a question, yeah, they don't want to nobody to ask them nothing, but they're going to have to answer. And you see, as far as them other five, I wish they, you know, I don't even want to say what I wish they could do with them now. Throw them out. We don't want to hear them. We don't want to see them. We're not interested in them. All you don't care nothing about Trinidad and Tobago and the people of Trinidad and Tobago. All you should be ashamed of all your steps. All you are nothing but a disgrace. All you're not real at all. I want all you to pick up all your bag, take up all your yellow thing, put on red and go and join the PLM. And they are fed up with the people and the dishonesty. They have no integrity in this place. They have no shame. They have nothing good. They are a disgrace and no example to the youth. And people, let me tell you now, we're going to, and as I always say, you wouldn't have the support of all, but we have to have the support of the majority. The majority of the people in this country have to be sensible. We have to do what we have to do because guess what? We have to live better. We want to live better. And we must live better. Once we stand up and fight, we will get what we as citizens are entitled to. And with God's grace, we are going to live better. Blessings to you guys.
Thank you.
I don't know if it's premonition or if she was there, but I saw Victor Roberts yesterday, and for the first time, he looked like a lonely soul in all that crowd. It looked as though he was looking or begging for friends. I felt genuinely sorry for him. He's a friend, but of course, the kind of if as the old people say, if Kotai could have killed, he would have dead already. But he was inside there doing his best, of course, and making his presence felt. But you could see that he was looking for friends. And so I suppose that is what you get when you are either misguided or you are misled, or you may be over ambitious, and as a consequence, these are the things that will, of course, psychologically and physically befall you. But I just thought I should mention that in regard to what Mr. Brooks said.
Oh.
Yeah, he looked out of step, out of water, he was actually looking. I felt genuinely sorry for him, but I could only give him a right whilst I myself was passing in Archbishop Burke's car as he was by the side of the road engaging in conversation. So is one of us, and it's unfortunate that he has found himself in that kind of quagmire. Kamala Prasad-Bissessar said to that when the crowd asked her to speak on it, she ended by simply saying, time will tell. But of course, they had a golden opportunity in the parliament before those five walked out, or with those five that could have put the government in further hot water.
because that matter might not have been passed, and the speaker would have had to have the casting vote. And since, of course, the law says that the law said that ought to be passed, and therefore she would have had to vote in favor and with, of course, the opposition, because it was a 1919 scenario.
Nice.
Was supposed to be. Yeah.
Oh boy. So let's continue the calls. Good morning to you, caller. Go ahead, my brother.
Good morning. Good morning, Mighty K, Lennox Smith and Andy Williams. Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago and all the lovely callers of 104.7 and the ground report throughout Trinidad and worldwide. Miss Woodbrook, you're a woman I really love, but I love how you just come across. I love how you just make your contribution. He is one of the strong women in the activists in the ground report team, you understand? And when you come in, just come with facts, but I just need to correct you. It's not to give this wicked government any kudos, but you was on track, but you just was off a little bit when it came into the Diego Martin Regional Community Center in Forest Day. It does look like it closed and thing and like it shut down, but that has been always open 24. Because I always go and check these things. The library that they now building, which I believe that is a course overrun. Nobody in Diego Martin West get any work there at all. They now open that, I believe they open it either Thursday or Friday. The next community center with a build down by Titi Post, oh God, well yes, that is a waste of time there. That is over, that money that could have gone in a different direction, because you can't tell me 3 community centers only built in Diego Martin, yes, it's a borough, but oh God, at the end of the day, that big community center in Forest could have worked for the whole of Diego Martin. Anyhow, we go in again. The stadium, well, oh God, don't say more. I don't on my side. Anytime anybody had to use we talking about the normal citizen, we gotta pay to go in there. They just only have events for the government and them, like it called football or anything, and still you gotta pay money to go in. Sometimes you may go in free. So anybody had to use inside of it to do any kind of sports or anything, you gotta pay money. You understand? Right. So that's said and done. And I decided was to make some calls Friday after we done talk and thing, and I want to be honest with you, thanks for the little advice you give man thing, but I would have really never go down there in that kind of way. I just talk when I real angry, right? But probably, I don't know, the devil busy these days, people just falling down like flies. I don't know the angel are death in the air. You don't know, when liquor to, you don't know what's going on. Right.
Very good,
I
man.
make some
and
calls Friday.
And I will only hope, I will hope, because you are very close to the ground report, that you did communicate to with Lennox Smith, so he'd have been able to give you an advice when it coming to your son and the way forward, and not only forward, documented that you did this. Hey, look, I have this, what I sent to the ministry based on the situation. Look, I did this. Look, I did that. And, and you, all you do is talk to Lennox and you'll give it all the steps in the direction to go with dealing with, which is very important that your son get an education. You go ahead.
Right. So, but I mean, I was indicated that to come down into the ministry today, right? Which I had intentions are really good, because it's over behind. It's far too long, my son home, getting away from getting an education. You understand? Just now the man had a set CXC. You understand? And they won't come back in the school. But when I launched these videos, and I put my case, then the country, everybody go see where the principal was wrong all the way now, boy. But that don't mean to say I was giving my son no justification or giving him rights, because I always talk to my friend in situation like that. You make some reports first before you launch now, boy. You always have to tie yourself in again. But anyhow, the tell me come along today, right? But on me whole, I get to understand and get information on that the principal what created this disaster is still working and still getting a salary.
Let me don't go back into that right now. Because again, I have to go for a break, or if we go, we already went into that already. Right. That will only get you angry, and then we will end up exactly. Yeah, Thank you very much.
Teddy, I want to tell you, don't put no hope in that 100 million that Dr. Rowley announced for the grassroots and the troubled community. Don't put no hope. They simply don't have any money. They're issuing checks that they have money for.
Nice.
The Auditor General made it clear. and of course, Imbert confirmed that in Parliament. They had to do some kind of legalistic shenanigan in order to, of course, wipe the snot under the nastiness from their faces. A group of persons who refuse to be embarrassed.
Wow. So let's take a call or so again, because we really have to go for a needed break. And what's supposed to happen since about quarter past? Oh boy, let's say pleasant good morning to Judy Ali. Yeah, June, all of you, Mohammed, all of you that are locked on. Bomati, all of you that are locked on. So here we're going to do, we're really going to take the break and come back. When we come back, more right here on the Gong Report. We will be back.
The ground report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The ground report. The ground report.
I would think that they've been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The ground report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Looking for top quality and affordable hardware supplies? Then look no further than Mitlin Hardware, number 97 Eastern Main Road, Arouca. We stock a wide range of tools, water tanks, blocks, lumber, steel, and everything you need for your home and business project. Check out our new display of steel windows and assorted designs of metal curtain rods. Mitlin also stockpiles sand, gravel, topsoil, and more. We have a variety of kitchen faucets, face basins, and toilet sets, bathroom mat sets, all garden tools, hand tools, generators, power washers, and water pumps. Customers can make payments via links, credit card, online payment, and cash on delivery. WhatsApp 327-7761 for free quotations, or give us a call at 646-2144. Open every day, Sunday to Sunday from 8 a.m. From foundation to finish, it's all at Mitlin.
For over 100 years, radio has been the most accessible, and to date, it's still the most listened to medium everywhere. More FM 104.7 is programmed so you can hear us everywhere. Never miss a beat. This station and its programming is fit for the listeners everywhere with the most variety in Trinidad and Tobago. You are guaranteed to reach your target market with More FM 104.7. Get more sales, get more clients. Book your ads today by calling us 221-4913.
Fuck it together when you're grown and a friend, or movie night when you're home on the ends. Beach time, house climb, every time's a good time. KFC in every bucket you'll find. Ooh, it tastes so good. After party it's a mood. Let's bucket together. KFC is the perfect partner to make your good times much better. Gather round and enjoy the fun with KFC. Bucket together.
Bucket together with KFC and enjoy 8 pieces of chicken and 3 regular sides for only $139.95. KFC, it's finger licking good.
A lucky homeowner will win a brand new car. Yes! A brand new Mitsubishi Expander Cross. Yes, park in your 4-vehicle parking space. Limited availability. Get in a gear with DG Homes' newest gated community, Daniel Estate. The oasis of Cunupia will satisfy your needs for a new lifestyle. Beautifully designed, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, modern interior, sophisticated finishings, with superbly manicured landscaped green spaces, front and backyard included, starting at $1.65 million. Call now and book a viewing. 691-5659. Beautiful home, beautiful car, beautiful life. Home is DG Homes, Daniel Estate, Cunupia.
Trinidad and Tobago, welcome Mr. Keith Anthony Blair, the original fireman, Anthony B. Anthony B. Anthony B.
We water pumping, we cool and deadly, we go dancing.
The World of Reggae, Saturday, June 8th, Queens Park, Savannah, featuring Anthony B.
Tell you about the good life with the good vibes. Your virgin is your virgin, sister is your sister.
Anthony B. with full band, headline performances by the legends of reggae, Shabba Ranks, Barrington Levy, Maxi Priest, Shawn Mason, and more. For more info, visit Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Keywords World of Reggae. Brought to you by the Ricky Ragunanan Group of Companies and DG Homes.
Hey, you! Yes, you! Need quality printing at affordable prices? Then look no further. At Graphic Source, we've got you covered. Take your project to the next level for all your designs and printing needs. From t-shirt printing to labels, signs, and banners. Look no further. Business stamps, flyers, tickets, and invites, just to name a few. With 2 convenient locations. Eastern Main Road, St. Augustine, opposite Massey Stores. And Arima Shopping Center, Broadway Street, Arima. Contact us today. 342-2664, 270-0428, or 360-8917. Graphic Source, your #1 source. You name it, we design it and print it.
More Music Festival, Center of Excellence, 20th July.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We are back, we are back, we are back. Time check. It's approximately 37 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report. Well, in studio at this point in time, yours to the Pitbull of Radio, Lennox Smith. Well, hopefully Michael Kerr will going to join us very soon. Oh boy. So Lennox Smith, while making a very important call here, because again, we need to, as I say, eye the money, eye our finances, especially with this whole debacle right now that is going on with the Auditor General and the government wanting her to technically stain or mash up her integrity based on them. Auditor General, hats off to you. With God by God, do the right thing. Do the right thing. Don't let them carry down that road at all. Unfortunately, they carry down a lot of people that people would have looked up to and say, well, they have some sort of godliness or credibility in them. But oh boy, people don't mind mashing up their name when a name is supposed to be one of the most important things in people's life. Oh boy, Lennox Smith, you there? Well, while you're not there, let me do something by the time, one time. Because this is very, very, very important. Nice. Let's make that call. Let's see if we can dig into this thing a little more. Oh boy.
Your call has been forwarded to B-Mobile.
Oh boy. I'm going to call him back in a little bit. Which is Mr. Vade Seram. Yeah. Which is communist. Go ahead, caller. By the meanwhile, I will try to get in contact with him there, but to say have a planned interview, no. But he's a person, so long as you call him, he always do respond. Calling up, caller, pleasant good morning to you. Where are you calling from and what's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. Good morning, Mikey K. This is Ram Narayan. What I want to say is that I have something. Lennox, did you check this Friday Express? because I have something to say. There is a page that carries the column with letters, opinion, and all these things. And I was reading it on the news on the letter part that Dinesh Rambali comment and wrote a letter that Kamala doesn't have common decency. I want to know what type of decency he has. Because the type of dirty things they write about that woman is a shame and a disgrace. Because he being a priest, his family being priests, they have no decency. And that Kamala should resign. You know, this is what he wrote. But I think he and his whole clown and
take it time.
He and his brothers and his father and everybody, including Vijay Maharaj, they should resign as head of the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha and call an election. Also the Dhamacharya, he should resign and give somebody else a chance to serve that purpose. Because they are all politically involved. And especially Dinesh, you have no integrity. You have no decency. And you have no right to tell Kamala what to do. You understand? Because you said, I want to know what common decency Rambali has. You know? Because he wrote here, Kamala doesn't have any common decency. What decency he has? He has none. As a priest, to be bashing a woman. You understand? I always say it. Doesn't these people have a mother, a daughter, a wife, a sister? Huh? He's ashamed. They are a disgrace to the Hindu religion. You understand? That's the reason why I will say that, and I'm a Hindu. But a lot of Hindus leave the Hindu religion and turn to Christianity and all these things. Because these people not teaching them the right thing. And if Rambali has shame, what I'm saying here today, this morning, he would have resigned and never utter Kamala name again in his mouth. Because Kamala is a woman of integrity and decency, not like him. Because as far as I'm concerned, these people are set of crooks. Rambali and his own clique are crooks. Look what they did in Parliament. All 5 of them didn't attend Parliament or they walked out. Time to vote. These people no good. They're all selfish for themselves. You see? But especially my topic this morning is on Rambali, Dinesh Rambali. For what he wrote about Kamala. You see? He has no shame. He has no shame. You know? Because people like this are the one that pull along. And it's pulling along the Hindu people and the population at large. With what they utter to other people. You know, and again I'll say it, if Dinesh Rambali have shame, he will withdraw his words and he will come out at the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha. And he will go about preaching Hinduism again. Because Hindus teach you don't bad talk or don't ill talk women. Yes, it's because from there you came. You know? And these 5 that walked to the Parliament or wasn't in Parliament to vote, they have no shame also. They have no shame. You know? And I would have to say this way. Because that is burning me since Friday evening when I read that on the news. It's burning me. You know, and I said this morning early, I have to call and let Dinesh Rambali know what a crook he is. You understand? Anyhow, thanks very much and you have a nice day. Bye.
Politically. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hey Rosali, a pleasant good morning to you. Hey Anna Ramsami, a pleasant good morning to you. Oh boy, Lachman. Good morning, Sharon, Sunil, John. Oh boy, good morning to each and every one of you that are locked on Real Media TT on Facebook, Real Media TT on YouTube. Joseph Moses, I hope you're behaving yourself. For Miss Santa Cruz is watching you all.
You know, we can't allow the back burner disaster that is, of course, the infanticide that took place at the Port of Spain General Hospital under the watch of this government and this minister. So we need to make sure that we keep that on the front burner. They must not know, they must not believe that this 9 days mentality that Trinidad and Tobago, they seem to want to promote, exists. No, not in contemporary times. The fact is that those PAHO experts, they have gone back to their respective countries. And clearly there is a concern by the victims, the parents, that they were not consulted with by anyone, and therefore once again suggesting that there is an incomplete situation and that this matter must not be swept below the carpet, just as, of course, the deaths of those persons who found themselves in that pipeline that resulted in the deaths of those divers. So we want to make sure that we keep it every day on the front burner and to demonstrate the multiple iniquities of this administration, incompetent, a bunch of conmen and women, and they should be expeditiously looking at getting out of office by the legal processes that has been established through the Constitution and of course, the Representation of the People's Act.
Morning, caller.
Morning, Lennox. Morning, Andy. Morning to Mikey. Lennox, boys, I'm so glad that Andy's voice is getting more powerful every day. It's a pleasure to have him back. What I call for, I want only to get in touch with Stephen Rees. He applied for a freedom information thing concerning the property tax. And I will be surprised to see they have no kind of nothing to prove that they get in proper people who to go around and value property. I think they have nothing. Everything is nothing. It's left on the Commissioner of State Land. If he feels that they have enough people, they could go and things. It's just a feeling, right? So I want to get that information from Stefan and always see what stupidness is really taking place.
Thank you very much. Let's take a few more calls here quick because we have to go for a break and come back. Time check. Wow. 47 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. Right here in Trinidad and Tobago.
But looking as though Stefan get the information from us, because we were telling people do not go and pay the property tax. The threat about going to court and $5,000 is merely that a huff and puff by the minister to hoodwink you into going and of course fill out those forms. And now, of course, we are seeing now what we were saying all the time, that it is the evaluation division, the evaluation commissioner, who do not have the staff to, of course, go out there in the first place. But both of them are boasting now that they were able to populate that list, that register of half of the owners of property in this country, the 400,000. Well, they said they got at least 200,000 as prescribed by the courts. So we have been saying that since. So that is just ratification of what we have been saying.
Nice. And before we take this caller here, I will be playing to particular interests in one or two constituencies, especially stronghold constituencies. That is PNM, that is controlled by the PNM. And to see the quality of some of the candidates that are likely to be able to influence people within their direction. One of those constituencies too is Arima. I'll pay attention to Arima because Arima is very, very close to Sandy Grande. So wherever bordering Sandy Grande, Arima, so come out Manzalena, so you know, it are things that bordering Toko, Sandy Grande, Valencia. And most border constituencies, families is be right there. So yeah, who have family right there, Manzalena? Who in Manzalena have family in Grande? Who in Valencia have family in... Yeah. So it's very important. So Mr. Pleasant, good morning to all the candidates for Arima. I'm also say a pleasant good morning to Metal Man. Pleasant good morning to you. I'm not going to try to read my people calling your name. Say what? The Metal Man. About some projects, basketball projects, this projects, that projects. And you have been doing it for a while. That's good. That's how you have to do it, man. Early. Morning caller. Oh boy. Next caller. Go ahead, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning, and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the Central.
Go ahead, Central. Makano, a pleasant good morning to you, Makano. Go ahead, man.
Let me tell you something. The most of the amount of people who go looking to rush to pay their property taxes, plenty of them who are yellow bellies, Indian people, you know. I don't know why it is that they hold up their hand. I know a gentleman down in South, they send a letter to him. Nobody come and visit his house, nothing at all. He called me and tell me that. I think he had to pay how much? $21,000 something. If you see the real house, you man have in a back road in Pinal. But what it is going on, all your hand with this, let me see what's going on. They can't jail everybody. Let me come outside and form something about corner to corner and keep a little meeting that everybody gonna know what's going on. I mean, oh God, it over there now. Oh God, people are trying to listen to them and listen to, oh God, look at Malcolm X. Good morning to you, my brother. Good morning, Miss St. James, Mr. Karanaj. Oh God, Mr. Tunapuna. Everybody we just coming out and we just talking on the radio. Look, come on, we say something on the side of the street. I sure my brother from Laoketa and my sister from Laoketa, Miss Santa Cruz, will come out. Bellman, everybody, oh God, all come out, all other people all come out there, man. Let me do something on the side of the road. If we do, we can't march. We can stand up by the side of the road and keep a little meeting here, there, and everywhere. Oh God, I beg and I plead, Mr. Barack, for you and all too. It's a very good one. Thank you very much. I have a blessed one to Mikey and Lennox and the director, Mr. Robert Amal and Sharon Amal. Good morning to you all. Have a blessed morning. I am here with you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And most likely, yes, we will be hitting the road. And one of the places that we are looking at that with immediate effect, while we all are watching this situation, we in our background, will be we watching the whole situation when it coming to the Auditor General. Let's see where this go. Because we have to study the money. And just like we come out in support of the DPP, which we seen what going on, whoa, I believe we will have to come out in support of the Auditor General. I honestly believe so. But again, that will be up to you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. What you want. We go for a quick break and come back.
I loved it.
I know he.
Oh, that's Lennox. That's Lennox side. Lennox.
But I sent you.
That's Lennox. That's the Darth Vader thing. Lennox, the Darth Vader.
Yes. That's what? Oh, sorry.
You'll have to fix the tune from your mic, Lennox. I'm across again. Darth Vader thing, how it just kicks into that. I don't know.
Nice. Mikey, by the meanwhile, a pleasant good morning to you. While Lennox Darth Vader fix itself.
Yeah, blessed morning to you, my brother Andy Pitbull Williams. Morning to you, Lennox, and of course Newbie and all the good that are locked on. Good morning indeed. What's happening?
Well, you know what's happening. Well, the biggest story right now in Trinidad and Tobago is the Auditor General and what it is the government is trying to do and what it is she's standing for. She's not willing to compromise her integrity for no politics, although she was appointed last year, and she was appointed last year by the PNM president. So That's the whole issue at this point in time, which is a very, very serious one, because you always preach at the end of the day, we need to start to mind our business. Them mining them own, and we need to start to mine our own. Go ahead, Mikey.
And not only that too, Andy. I mean, I think the opposition leader has made a very strong point that we've been talking about here on the ground report. Does this government have money? She said quite recently that Trinidad and Tobago is broke, and she served warning to all suppliers of goods and services, to the government, to contractors, the persons waiting on VAT refunds and wage settlements. Be very careful with how you are spending your money. This government is broke. They are refinancing and borrowing at high rates. Asking that because we get bombarded with calls from people who do work for MTS, which is through the school, the education facility, where they put it through MTS now. People call about RDC. They call about HDC all the time. You hear Malcolm X even talk about it, and we've been asking that question. Why is it that contractors and people who are providing services for the government not being paid? They're not being paid at all. And of course, you made a very strong point there just now, that the fact that according to the release from the opposition leader, in the face of malicious attacks and cohesive bullying by the government, Ms. Jawanti Ramdas refused to manipulate. She refused to manipulate the 2023 Auditor General's report to reflect favorably on the government after the deadline date had passed. The Ministry of Finance could not provide any documentation or evidence to verify its claims. You are right. We've been saying it, keep your eye on your money. There's no supporting documents produced by the ministry with claims of all this money in misstated revenue. And the government cannot account for an expenditure of $1 billion since payments could not be verified, as there were no supporting documents, no paper trail. And Rowley the other day made it quite clear when the media, and you keep talking about that, the pillars that we stand on, which is a very important pillar, which is the freedom of the press. When Dr. Rowley was so surprised when members of the media told him that the man, the hobbit, the finance minister, tell them that he just blocked the number. So there's no access for anybody to ask questions, to hold anybody accountable, and demand transparency in this government. You can imagine, and he acts surprised. What? No member of my government don't want to talk to the media. We've been trying our best to get Faris Alwari. We heard so much about this local government reform, and now today you see councillors being locked out because somebody didn't pay the bill to the landlord and playing one set of games. But Faris don't want to talk to us. He don't want to talk to the people because it won't be pretty. It won't be a GQ photo shoot. People have to understand the seriousness of what's happening here, you know. This has been added on once again to the name of the PNM. This taxing, lying, thieving, killing government has to go. And you have to understand that. And those 5 who playing the fool, those 5, and it's quite clear that we could see now that Kamala is fighting to get into government, but these 5 want to stay in opposition. Who really fighting to get in government? Who really trying to get in a position to help the people of this country? And who is the 5 can't see it that way? It's no different than when Will Smith slapped that guy, that Chris Rock. Remember what Denzel Washington said? He said, just when you're about to have victory, just when you're about to take victory, just when you're on your path to winning, the devil has just show up and want to snatch it from you. Are we going to allow the devil, these 5 devils, to snatch victory from us? Just sit by idly and just listen to them and the nonsense? We want to live better. I heard Ms. Woodbrook say it. We have to live better, and we must live better. And we can't allow 5 people with their own ambition and their own agenda, who didn't get this and who didn't get that, that we can't confront a lying, taxing, thieving, baby killing government. They have to go, and they must go now.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Fire!
Well said, Mikey. And just to add insult to injury, the report of the Auditor General said in no uncertain terms that here it is, they cannot account for revenue, but they continue to pay out checks. So
Right.
it's only bounce checks after bounce checks, one would now
That's
expect,
right.
if no check at all. Yeah, you're right.
And you can't pay contractors. You can't pay people. How you go tell somebody who went out there, the hardware man, looking at them cut eye? Listen,
with all these press release and press conference that the TTPS does have, up to date, they can't come and tell us how many murders was committed because these little contractors went out there and pooled their resources and tried to get the work done. And the government didn't pay them. The government is not paying them on time. They're being threatened by the hardware. They're being threatened by laborers coming in front of their house and pulling gun. Why the TTPS don't tell us about these reports? Why they don't tell us about that? The government has no money, but the people who they select, the handful of people who believe it's their God-given right to have everything and we have nothing, they're the ones who have it. And she's making it quite clear, I'm not going down with you. You feel like the rest of them who simply just selling out? No. There's no documentation, Lennox and Andy and the listening public.
Yeah, none.
None.
To correspond, yeah. Where the money come from, you can't say. And you don't have bills to show where you expended. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but Mikey, in all of this, wait
Parliament to try to whitewash that.
Mikey and Lennox,
despicable,
with all of this,
dishonest and criminal.
With all of this that are being brought out, right? With all of this that are being brought out, where you just mentioned there that contractors are not being paid, but it have just a few that are being paid. They don't have to wait for the check or however it go. And with the warning of Kamala Prasad Bissessa, why would contractors still, seeing that it have no money, organize and go, whether take a loan, whether go to the hardware and do all them things, still knowing that the government not committing to what they owe? Why would a contractor? Why the contractors and them still killing the technically they're killing shooting themselves in their own foot?
That is a brilliant question, my friend. You know why? Because they're still holding out for something that they will never get. They still believe that give them a chance. And they're the ones that propping up this government. They didn't pay you once, they didn't pay you twice. You're still looking to go and work again for the third time. The people have no money to pay you, but you still believe. You know why? Because they don't want to get blacklisted. They don't want to be deprived of something that is not beneficial to them. You see, they're mad. They have to be totally mad. They didn't pay you once, they didn't pay you twice, but still going. They have no money to pay you. The people who recuse themselves from cabinet numerous number of times, their people getting paid, whether it's their friends, their family, their finances, or their little companies that they have. A certain man does make sure his company get paid first, and everybody else has to suffer. Everybody else. And the TTPS is not telling us the truth.
And that certain man, you ain't know if they're going or if they're coming.
That's right.
You don't know.
That's right. But they're fostering economic feelings because they have it all. They have it all. And the others have to suffer. Why are you still signing up and going for work? It have no money to pay you.
Oi. What are the lines are
open? This is Go ahead, I mean, the clear example is the 100 million that was sent to Fali, and he was instructed to pay a certain contractor 3/4 of that. Remember that case? So there is no money, but they prefer and rather must be paid first out of what little that is insufficient that they would be, of course, issuing. I mean, it is just pathetic.
Oh boy, the lines are open, Trinidad and Tobago. Let's take a few more calls. Mikey's in the building. To go for a break, they will kill the flow of what is going on and what it is he explained. So we need to know if you all catch the point, 229-0251, 229-0251, or 239-5120, 239-5120, or give us a WhatsApp call or send a WhatsApp voice note at 366-3053, 366-3053. The lines are open, Trinidad and Tobago. Go ahead, caller. Pleasant good morning to you.
This is Malcolm here.
Good morning.
Let me tell all you something, Every morning when you get up and you say your prayers and you're listening to this program and knowing everybody in this country who not listening to this program, just sitting idly by and condoning the kind of things that are taking place with the taxpayers' money. Remember, I told the nation, well, let me don't use them big words like Lennox, I tell all you, in both is a contract. He is he's a builder then. In go taking all taxpayers' money and say billing president, he fixing president out, he fixing this, he fixing that. Now they fixing, I see they lick down by T and Tech now, right? Then when you watch, he's an architect or wherever he is because he wife and all that big thing by AGC too under his name, under them. Let me tell Trinidad and Tobago something, You see them 5 people who say they're walking out? They call them house nigger. Them is the people who were the slave master. Used to get leftovers clothes. He leftovers food. And they used to say they're better than the other slave because it had no better house than that. So that is why Camilla had to go through what she going through from them because, listen, you don't pelt a tree-way in behind. And if Trinidad and Tobago really want to talk the truth, the best at HDC was under Jolene John, the best long service award, the most set of back pay, with Monilal, the most set of workers get house. And let me tell all you something, Trinidad and Tobago. We can't be hearing the Auditor General talking about mismanagement and money with they can't account for. And when you look around Port of Spain, it have a road for over 20 years, people passing on that road, down by the fire station there on Trabrick Road. I cut my talk just now because I listen to Andy, I fella get plenty lips when I listening. But I listen to Andy say short and sweet. But I hear people calling in long and sweet. So I call in long to be sweet too. But not sweet. I sorry I wasn't a policeman. I would have liked to be a police boy. I'd have lost my work for locking up people. And the people who I'd have been locking up, I'd have make sure I bring them in front of the media so they could lock me up after. But all you gain people ticket for road where all you had no sign on and all you had is sign under a mango tree. But all you gain people ticket. Just imagine a man driving a roadblock, driving a roadblock because he never know that was not drive. And then police give you a ticket. And it's more than one because people call me and tell me about that. Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell all you something, You see Miss Woodbrook? You see the brother who called earlier and say, let we come out? I always tell all you, I did vex when we put off that march the 18th. We should have keep up that march and keep up that tempo. Because really and truly, this government still contributing to destruction of this nation, It's we children and grandchildren go feel it, not Lennox, me and Mikey K and Andy, Because Lennox have a powerful child with studying, Andy have a child fighting with, Lennox have a whole set of children we helping. Where we could sit down and just idly by watch these children. Let me tell all you something. Before I close, I want to say something. The Mahasabha, all them teachers, is get paid from the government. All them schools get money from the government. Before Abu Bakr dead, he actually talk about how he teachers and them don't get no kind of assistance from the government. And how much black African children who doing real good, simply son and them and all, represent Trinidad in football. Right? I want to draw your attention at the Hindu Credit Union now. The Hindu Credit Union open up the market. I will call him, and I could tell you I call him because he was part of NUJFW. Mr. Tenapuna could justify by saying Harry Narayan was the president of the Hindu Credit Union. And as a man who come from the labor movement, he opened up the market for daily paid workers to get loan. And plenty black people was getting loan. You know who crashed that? The The same Mahasabha, they could hold me for that. It's them will mash up the Hindu Credit Union. And it's the same people we're trying to mash up Camilla. Because here we go on. They get money for a college. And they wasn't studying that. They was more studying too much African getting money in the Hindu Credit Union. And they mash it up. Right? So when we facing Trinidad and Tobago, all have to know who is all the enemy. I hear one on the radio, on the TV at night, talking about Camilla must go after buy a house. They say you can't say that. But a house Afro Trinidadian. He on the TV talking about time Camilla must go to get young people and let young people get a chance. And he criticizing Camilla and he not criticizing with the Auditor General saying, so who is really? But according to what I heard from growing up in school, long time Lennox could know that old people used to drink coffee black because they don't want to sleep. But when you come and you integrate it and put milk, which is the white man, start to put milk in the black coffee. Instead of you stay up, it start to put you to sleep. So it have plenty people sleeping in this country and they go want to see the UNC. Try and remember Vincent Lass and the next brother from Arima where they cross the floor. How much PNM people is cross the floor besides the two of them, and how much PNM people is walk out or don't come when it had to make a vote? Because you know who run in the country? The same people who is with slave master. Trinidad and Tobago, here we're going. I figure it's time for we to have a group locking up people who ain't getting locked up. Mismanagement. You see, mismanagement of we funds, accountability, and with the Auditor General saying, because we went and dropped letter by the DPP, we went and dropped letter by the Commissioner of Police. We go by the next place where on Frederick Street where is vote. We come out of them letters. But we have to take this thing in our own hand and come out. And according to Ms. Woodbrook say sometimes, by closing, we showing in front with children. We is covered, you know. And let me tell you something. If a child have a father and a man just come in your house and beat up your mother, beat up your father, without defending his home, he becomes weaker. You know. His children growing up weaker. You know. And I don't want my grandchildren go up weak. That's why I changed my name to Malcolm X, because that's my supporter. And my leader in Trinidad was Yassim Abubakar. All you have a nice day.
Oh boy, oh boy. Let's take two more calls or so. Morning, caller.
Hey, morning, Andy. Morning.
Mikey and Lennox Smith are in studio too, but go ahead.
Everybody, morning, gentlemen. I am a member of the UNC, right? And I must say, what is the big problem of having elections? I don't see the big problem. It's a one-man, one-vote thing. If it's the same thing, we call in for elections for general elections, and it ain't calling. It's the same thing. If these few members asking for elections, just call it and get it over with. So is that the day or it's not even the leader?
Who said they weren't getting the election?
But who said they weren't getting it? So then why is it big uproar? It always have somebody for and it always have somebody against. If these 5 MPs won the elections and they don't want to do anything, that's their choice. Just leave it at their choice. At the end of the day, when they have elections, the majority will speak. So I don't think this thing going on with who they and who they. So what? That's part. The problem is the part with the parliament where they think they should have been there. That is the only thing. But they're trying to be rebel, and it comes with any democratic party. Some will be for your leader, some will be against a leader.
And okay, caller. But the fact of the matter is that you're a bit contradicting yourself, because you say the part of parliament. So which means they have definitely crossed the line. It is beyond that now. Is it that the main intention? Okay, so is it that the main intention is to destabilize the opposition? The main intention is to keep the PNM in power? These are the questions we have to ask. And it can only be asked, judged based on the attitude and behavior of certain individuals.
The
so
actions,
let's be honest. I believe in democracy. The political leader made it clear that it's about democracy. Nobody is going to say that there's not going to be an internal elections. Why are you pursuing this beyond what it is that you're asking for? Where it is that you're actually undermining policies?
And that's the problem. Let's leave it and it will die out, phase out. The election will call, who win. But I believe that is the main.
Yeah, but why must it be at the beck and call of a few when there is an executive whose responsibility it is within the context of the constitution of the party to make these decisions within, of course, a reasonable time and within, of course, the framework that has been established. The fact of the matter is that we are not talking past date, we are talking a date to be. And why 5 or June
right
make that decision for the executive that was in fact elected to make such a decision at the appropriate time? Why is that so difficult to understand? I think it is ill discipline. I think it is a group that wants to have its way, and therefore the executive is in their right to, of course, resist that, because there is a constitution to which, of course, they have announced publicly and vociferously that they are prepared to adhere to.
Most importantly, caller, before I have to cut you now, because I have to cut you now, is that the elections are not constitutionally due yet. It is in June. So again, I think they jumped the gun. June ain't reached yet, and they say, well, normally they would call an election.
That's what I'm saying.
5 weeks before.
Probably they had some inside information that we didn't have. They probably had inside information that we didn't have.
Oh, they might be had inside information. Okay. Oh boy, next caller.
Take a break?
Yeah, after this caller.
Let me say good morning to you, gentlemen.
Oh, Kingsley, go ahead, man.
Yes, good morning to you, gentlemen. All. Let me say, and Andy, Mikey, and Smith, what action the executive that is taking? What? Because we cannot have that playing out in the public and we playing it down. Let us be real, gentlemen. It is not looking good for the party. It is not looking good for the leader. It is not looking good for the supporters. As I said, these supporters understand what is the aim, who is the target, because they listen to them all morning, you hear who is the target. But do the party, the UNC, the executive understand who is the target? Do these people understand who is the target? Because the target look like is really the target. He's fighting me on. So what Kamala Pasal and the executive is going to do about that? You need to put the gag on them. You have to do something. You have to really act. Because it's not looking good. Because today, the PNM have ammunition to shoot, to kill down the UNC. We are looking bad. And don't care how we play them, don't care how we cuss. Rowdy, PNM have focus. Because the wise we watching the target too, don't feel Rowdy not watching the target enough. Rowdy don't hear that we're going to remove his legacy. Rowdy is going to fight for his life, you know. This is not a walkover, you know. And don't be surprised to see that other a general remove or something, or she wants a suspension leave, you know. This everything they thought she was a puppet. The same way they thought that Gary Griffith with a carry on the nurse, the nasty, dirty things. We have to understand what's going on. And whilst we continue fighting, because ask the question, yesterday UNC celebrate their years, 30-something years. And we're not looking good for this 30-something year old party. We have certain MPs It is not Kingsley or Mikey K or COP or Andy or it is certain MPs of Parliament. These people could cause you for any minute, but when you see we're going in Guyana, them could keep paying them in power, and we pay out normal. We can't come here every day and cuss rowdy. We have to tell our party, hey, shake up. We need to take an hour and tell our party, hey, enough is enough. We are looking bad in the public domain, very bad. And all who want to play it down, and I want to come out, I want to talk. And as I leave, I want to thank the Hindu community who continue supporting the UNC and Kamala Prasad Bisasa. I see I've read go on the weekend and the love she get when she reaching that Naga. I see the Hindus and them. So I want to thank all the Hindus who committed for good governance and who continue to support the UNC and Kamala Prasad Bisasa. I said that good thing. So UNC.
Let me ask you something, Kingsley. Let me ask you something. Being laser focused and not being at the mercy of individuals who are overly ambitious and driven by ego, making that the focus. How is that downplaying anything? Tell me how that downplaying, because the majority, like Smith said it, the majority of right-thinking citizens want to see the back of this current administration and really and truly do not want to get tied up or mangle up in things that are not going to be. Hold on a second. Hold on. I allowed you to talk. Hold on a second. At the end of the day, every single thing that we do, every single... Listen, you had your chance to talk. I'm talking. Yeah. Listen, as of every day, and I keep saying it, it is about doing what is necessary to bring you closer to restoring good governance, to getting into government. It's not about concentrating and focusing on people who have their own agenda.
Yes,
so how does staying laser focused on what needs to be done is viewed as downplaying what is happening? Tell me, explain that to me.
But to me, it's more than that. There is a constitution.
Exactly.
And one expects that people are going to play by the rules. And 5 or 6 persons or 7 persons breaching the rules, acting ultra vires. How does that create a post? Let's assume that the executive compromise and say yes, because all you're talking out, we are going to have an election. How does that augur well for future development of the party? You must have rules and regulations and discipline, and everybody must compromise. There can be no mavericks in this regard.
All right. Allow him to respond now, Lennox. Go ahead, Kingsley. Go ahead.
Oh,
I am saying this again. The country bigger than the 17 MPs. We here who talking here. So if we play it down, you think the undecided voters, you think the people listening, you think they're seeing it, you think they know what's going on? You think that social media intend them what going on? We in the party, yes, we focus what the people who's going to vote. Mikey, they see what Moses do, they feel it, they taste it, and the people turn their back on God. They put Jesus and Bahamas. Nobody didn't believe that Trump would have win the election. They threw him in the back door. Mikey, we are dealing with human beings. We are dealing with us as you, Mikey, in 2020. This was the commissioner. You know. We stay in focus. We know the issues. Petro-Chin is around 200,000 workers. Mikey, in 2020, that slap in our face was a disgrace. I am saying this, you must call in these MPs and read the rat.
Kingsley, if you had the decision to make, what would you have done? What would you have done? What would be your recommendation?
I would have called in my MPs. I would have called in my MPs, sit down, talk to them publicly, privately, see what we could. I'm a businessman. I believe in Trump. See what deal that we could make to go forward for the best interest of the party and the country. I wouldn't have these people out there making the party look bad, and we know how to come and play it down. No.
Listen to this. Assuming that that was done. I'm not saying that I have no preview, so I can't say for sure. But assuming that was done, and they still insist to breach the Constitution or to usurp the role of the executive, what would you do?
Let me see if all plan go work. You put them in the back bench, and the people. I'm gonna vote for them.
Well, the opposition to them would be seeing that too, you know.
Right, but we must take action. We must put the gag on these individuals who are out there, because that's what you come in here every morning. Andy, Mikey, I call us. We focus, but it don't need no big crowd to mash up a party, you know. It needs to harmful. And these people, they are doing damages to the country, because you see these things on social media. We have over 400,000 on IG, Instagram, Facebook, 200,000, and these things on these pages, and then where the young people them holding their hand every day and seeing it. So we have to say, hey, whoever is the MPs and them, whoever giving trouble, come in where we talk. If we sit down and talk and they still giving trouble, we have to win the mud, because we have. ICPNM expel Twiggy.
Kamala Prasad did say yesterday that time will tell. What do you read into that?
Time will tell. We can't wait. We can't wait and hope that we can't wait, because here we can't wait. They are doing the same thing what we do, trying for them not to do. They are doing the same thing for them trying not to do. These people are on the edge to cause the floor, you know. And if they cause the floor, Rowdy could pass anything.
Thank you so much. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Thank you so much. Points well taken. Oh,
well, yeah, I mean, we could debate it.
But gentlemen, the party has been there before. Even the great Pandey couldn't succeed with that kind of dissidence. Even the great Basil Pandey.
Lennox,
yeah,
you said this morning, the majority. That's the underlining there. Before we go for the break, the majority. Yeah, the PNL.
Pandey got what he got because the majority says,
right.
"Oh,
and there you go.
Your time." Yeah.
And then it's what the majority wants. Yes, the PNM is watching. Yes, the PNM will try to get some political traction. Yes, the PNM will try to get some political mileage. But the right-thinking people understand that they are not going the way of a taxing, thieving, lying, baby killing government. I am not concerned about anything else but getting rid of these taxing, lying, thieving, baby killing people out of government, and that's it.
And that's it, you know. That's it, you know. This call was on the line long time. Let me just take this last call.
You can embarrass me. You can embarrass me, but you cannot destabilize me. You can try your best to stain me, but you cannot win me. Simple as that.
And the exercise yesterday is a classic example. None of those elements were there, but they were honoring, of course, those stalwarts and those who have made the party what it is today, and they were being honored. I think it was a fantastic strategy on the part of the executive and of course supported by the leader.
Nice. Let's take this one more call here. We're not holding on long.
Boss? That's what they're saying. Who is boss? We are the boss, and we say that the Constitution must be adhered to, and at the appropriate time, elections will be called. And that.
Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah. Let me take this one call. This call will on long before Kingsley. Oh boy. Go ahead, caller.
Sorry, go ahead.
Good morning, gentlemen. Mikey K. Andy Lennox Smith. And I'm a wish Donnie happy belated with it. Brothers, and to the listeners, audience.
Donnie, happy belated birthday, my brother. Go ahead, Anderson Wilson.
Hear what I telling all here. If we talk about the gong and the wider public, more than just the handful of imps who saying Kamala should move, I think even though the members of the party and all, just done 1 or 2 little handful, support the Honorable Kamala Prasad this session. I'm telling you what the ground saying. And Casey, I don't know how much you on the ground now. Because right now, the undecided voters can't wait to go and vote. The undecided voters, telling you, they can't wait. Fellas don't mind me. As they walk Charlotte Street, they go on Frederick Street, they walk any part of Border Spain, all the year. And this I never voted on, but see this time, I can't wait to go and vote out Rowley. You hear fellas on the block saying, as they walk from phase pension quarters to phase 5 beat them. And not this time, but we get rid of Rowley, boy. Like, oh, you're hearing right now presently that you're getting rid of Rowley. We need to get rid of Rowley. Who never vote, go and vote. So I don't know what part of the gong some all is. And before I leave, only can understand this now. That an Indian is an Indian. Right? Even though the Hindu Indian and all, before a UNC. So who you feel people going to vote? And who you feel the African and them going to vote too? The Africans is take an Indian to build a pavilion and beat them. It take an Indian to build a community center and beat them. And the list can go on and on. Excel school, success, and the lot, and the list can go on and on. I want to tell Fisher Lines, you have belly like a snake, boy. You ain't easy. You walk through beat them with all that sewer water. Smelling all that sewer water. I play you walking with your orthodox shirt. Hines, your days are numbered politically, you know. You see, you, Fitzgerald Hines and Rowley and all the pack, all the days numbered. And Kingsley, can't go even on the gong, There's one Prime Minister and one person everybody going to vote for. Only one name here is the Honorable Kamala Prasad. All you hear bring back Kamala. That's all you hear. I look on and listening.
Oh boy, Mikey, take us to a break, my brother. Like 2 activations
Right.
on different parts there, man.
That's what it is.
Yes.
That's what makes the ground report so powerful, folks. Hey, we're going to pay some bills and come right back. Stay locked on.
With Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith. China Ari Restaurant is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. 67 Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Standards. Serving local breakfast items like sada, fry bake, roast bake, and pies. With all your favorite local fillings. Assorted lunches available from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Get pilau for $25 or get combination lunches from $25 to $40. They also have soup specials as well as crab and dumpling from 6 p.m. Have dinner on the pavement a la carte with burgers, fried nuggets, gyro, and just about anything you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your order. Shiny and Ari, Main Road, St. James. Open 7 days a week.
David Guide and Son Funeral Services with locations in High Street, Superior, Port of Spain, Couva, San Fernando, and Point Fortin. David Guide and Son Funeral Services is the choice for you. Having to lose someone you love is already hard, so funeral services and arrangements should be made easy. And at David Guide and Son, that is what we guarantee. We guarantee our customers exclusive services at affordable prices. Our services include funeral pre-arrangement packages, casket customization, great customer service, the latest in body preparation technology, and the best fleet of vehicles to give your loved ones the send-off they deserve. With 5 convenient locations located nationwide, feel free to call or visit us today. With full packages starting from as low as $7,500, call David Guide and Son Funeral Services today. Distinctive, not expensive.
Looking for top quality and affordable hardware supplies? Then look no further than Midland Hardware, number 97 Eastern Main Road, Aruka. We stock a wide range of tools, water tanks, blocks, lumber, steel, and everything you need for your home and business project. Check out our new display of steel windows and assorted designs of metal curtain rods. Michelin also stockpiles sand, gravel, topsoil, and more. We have a variety of kitchen faucets, face basins, and toilet sets, bathroom mat sets, all garden tools, hand tools, generators, power washers, and water pumps. Customers can make payments via links, credit card, online payment, and cash on delivery. WhatsApp 327-7761 for free quotations, or give us a call at 646-2144. Open every day, Sunday to Sunday from 8 a.m. From foundation to finish, it's all at Michelin.
Trinidad and Tobago, welcome to the most premier reggae dancehall concert in the world. The World of Reggae. Saturday, June 8th, Queen's Park, Savannah, featuring Maxi Priest.
I just wanna be
The sweet, soothing style of the world famous Maxi Priest. Maxi Priest.
Just a little bit longer, baby. Oh, my love keeps growing stronger.
Maxi Priest, together with his full band, alongside reggae superstars Shabba Ranks, Arrington Levy, Anthony B, Shawn Mason, and more. For more info, visit Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Keywords World of Reggae. Brought to you by the Reggae Ragoon NN Group of Companies and DG Home.
More Music Festival, Center of Excellence, 20th July.
What goes in is a local something that makes it all taste better. It's the flavor of our culture. Come from here, come from there, and everywhere. It's the special flavor that makes us savor at the Royal Castle. Oh, down the Royal Castle. Royal Castle. Flavor to the bone. Royal Castle. Taste the very own. Royal Castle is the local something that makes it all taste better. Taste the unique flavor of our culture at Royal Castle.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday. Independent and credible.
Saturday, May 4th. Saturday, May 4th. Saturday, May 4th.
Police Mess St. James. The date and place to remember.
Yo, well, it's your boy Ziggy Rankin, and on the 4th of May, I will be at the Police Mess for the early Mother's Party.
Saturday, May 4th, all mothers and mothers-to-be get ready for an early mother's party at the Police Mess St. James. DJ Dr. Ross. Starboy Carey, bass, no time to waste.
The old school assassin music just...
Free Hennessy or cupcake and ice cream for the first 100 moms, and a $1,000 door prize for mom. Saturday, May 4th, all mothers and mothers-to-be get ready for an early mother's party.
Police Mess St. James.
Yes, get your early bird $80 tickets now at Luna Vine Aruka and Police Mess in St. James. Let's go! Come on!
Hey, fellas, all you know, Saturday 11th of May is the night before Mother's Day. So do something special for your mom. Do something special for your wife. Do something special for your lady.
You think you coulda get in on my feelings? You coulda get me fi settle down. Me give you a hit and run. Kabuki's plan.
There is something we don't know. I like bad, I like go-go.
It's the ultimate in partying pleasure, where fashion meets passion. In Black Kabuki's Black event, we return to paradise, the scenic and exclusive La Soledad, Maracas St. Joseph.
When I'm drunk in the people place, jamming.
from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. Mom, come celebrate with Ken Simmons and Shockmaster J, Kevin Baker, and DJ Junior, Howie T, and TC, Selector Miguel, and Digital Dice, Smokey, and Kevon X, hosted by Kabuki.
Every time I take a trip, I feel like whining.
The night before Mother's Day. Tickets advance $300. For more information, call 712-9657 and 786-1455. The night before Mother's Day. It's Kabuki's Black.
Hey girlfriend, go down in the center.
On Thursday, May 30th, the day of the holiday, get ready to set sail on the ultimate retro experience aboard the party capital of the ocean, the Harbor Master. Pack your coolers and get ready for Retro Rewind. Retro Rewind. The ultimate old school musical journey. Boarding 9 a.m., sailing 10 a.m., featuring the DJs that know how to keep the vibes unstoppable. Ken Simmons and John Boy, Dr. Ross, Sensational Sammy, the Hitman Howie T, and Bass.
Space no time to waste. Retro Rewind Thursday, we build it on May 10 a.m. Harbor Master, we outside.
Get your $275 tickets at all cashier outlets and islandetickets.com. Come relive the moment. Let the music take you on a musical journey through the years. Retro Rewind. Retro Rewind.
Sometimes the back of some of them are rally back.
On Thursday, May 30th, the day of the holiday. Retro Rewind. The ultimate retro experience aboard the
A
Harbor.
lucky homeowner will win a brand new car. Yes! A brand new Mitsubishi Expander Cross. Yes, park in your 4-vehicle parking space. Limited availability. Get in a gear with DG Homes' newest gated community, Daniel Estate. The oasis of Cunupia will satisfy your needs for a new lifestyle. Beautifully designed, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, modern interior, sophisticated finishings, with superbly manicured and landscaped green spaces, front and backyard included, starting at $1.65 million. Call now and book a viewing. 691-5659. Beautiful home, beautiful car, beautiful life. Home is DG Homes, Daniel Estate, Cunupia.
One of the most beloved voices in music returns to TNT Saturday, June 8th, Queens Park, Savannah. Get ready for the living legend, Barrington Levy.
I'm broader than Broadway.
Barrington Levy.
Looking my love, it's not easy. Yeah.
The world of reggae, featuring the icon himself, Barrington Levy.
Every day I love it just a little bit more, little bit more, little bit more.
Barrington Levy, together with his full band, alongside reggae superstars Shallow Ranks, Anthony B, Maxi Priest, Shawn Mason, and more. For more info, visit Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Keywords World of Reggae. Brought to you by the Ricky Ragunanan Group of Companies and DG Homes.
The ground report. The ground report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The ground report. The ground report.
I would think that there's been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The ground report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Go ahead, Mikey.
Good morning once again, Trinidad and Tobago. The ground report, full force, the entire team. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, yours truly, Mikey K, and of course, technical director Newbie. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, Andy, I don't even want to lose focus. I mean, listen, really and truly, listen. As I say, whoever have a problem with who looking and who getting kicks, that is their business. They could get a political mileage. They could try to get political traction. But at the end of the day, you might embarrass me, but you cannot destabilize me. You could throw dirt on me, but you can't take away my victory. So these people have no moral authority to be talking about anything when it comes to the United National Congress. These taxing, lying, thieving, baby killing people have nothing to say. They took away laptops. They shut down Petrotrin. They destroy the middle class. And the list goes on and on. We talk about it every single morning. So I could care less if they find any entertainment, what's going on in the UNC, and this one talking that their business. I don't live for people. I don't live for the future country, for your children and your children's children. You live in your life concerned about who watching and who talking. No matter what you do, they go talk. 2,000 of our students fell through the cracks and was treated like collateral damage in the heights of the pandemic. Nobody ain't talk about that. Rowley just brushed that off. Senior citizens, when one of their own activists, Julia Davy, said jump the wall, attack them, abuse them, take advantage of them, and now you have senior citizens living in fear. Nobody ain't talk about that. Rowley brushed that off. So when you're talking about people dying in pipelines, and up to now you can't stand the responsibility and try to help these families, they brush that off. They have no moral authority to judge us. Yes, let them political traction, but never lose focus and never lose sight that you are dealing with people who have no moral compass, no integrity whatsoever. They are a bunch of taxing, lying, thieving, baby killing cult, a clan called the PNM. And they could say what they want. When people run their mouth, we go run with damn business. And we business is to save this country.
Must do better, can do better under Kamala Prasad Bisasa and the UNC.
Go ahead, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mikey, Lennox, Andy, Newbie, and to everybody out there. Mikey, I gave you a standing ovation. Well said and well done. You could not put you passed it up nicely like a pastel. You passed it and you handed it to them. You could embarrass me, but you can't move me. I love that. While they running them out, we running the Kamala running the business. They can say what they want, but I want to ask Dennis Ramble a question. Did you behave in that manner when the Mahasabha refused to call elections? Did you try to embarrass Vijay Maharaj? Did you try to embarrass him like what you were trying to do to Kamala? You see what those 5 did in Parliament on Friday? It was nasty and it was distasteful. Let them run the run. The longest rope has an end. Because according to what Mrs. Prasad Bisasa said, 19 votes were for it and 14 were against it. If the other 5 was there, it would have been squashed. It would have been squashed. But they refused to go. What is wrong with all you? You all are not represented all your constituencies by doing this. And I want to know what the people in the supporters in these 5 constituencies, what are they going to do about that? That these 5 people refuse to represent them in Parliament. They have to do something all they can. And as Mrs. Prasad Bisasa always saying and Mikey keeps saying, we have to be laser focused, and we are not going to be distracted. Although we keep saying we are not going to be distracted, but these people are coming and doing mischief.
Ms. Santa Cruz, many people are texting and asking, what did these 5 walk out on? What bill? Why you're calling for their constituencies and if they represented the constituencies?
With the Auditor General. Now look how the Auditor General have to send a reaction protocol letter to him, but Mrs. Prasad Bisasa said that they are going to take it to court. Because, I mean, look at all the explanation you all give this morning concerning what it is went on with him, but and the Auditor General. And these 5 people walked out on that. They are not represented their constituencies. Either you represent them or you go. You cannot be doing that. But if they feel that they're going to continue to try to destabilize the opposition, let they have another thought come in. They have another thought come in. And there are a lot of people waiting patiently. People I talk to, I'm traveling, They're waiting patiently for elections to call to teach Rowley a lesson. But I will tell all you something. Rowley is waiting for Kamala to call the NATEX. When she call the NATEX, he's going to call the 2 by-elections. Because you remember, we still have 2 by-elections. When is Rowley going to call that? You're studying cricket and you're not studying what you're doing in the country. And Mikey just laid out a list there for us about the 2,000 children missing. Look at the 20 babies that died. And these 5 dissidents, you're not studying all of that. But he is waiting for Mrs. Prasad Biswas, as I said, to call the NATEX and to call the 2 by-elections so they would not have time to campaign. Why are they doing that? And they can't see what Rowley's doing. But I keep saying that this is going to be my mantra until elections are called.
If these 5 didn't walk out, so what would have been the outcome?
It would have been squashed.
Let me clear.
Yes.
Let me clear.
Right, because people
are
asking.
Let me
I realize that.
Finish.
So let it be clear.
Okay, let me finish, Lennox.
Let her finish, and then we had to clear on that. For people to have an understanding.
And Lennox will explain it. Andy, I keep saying, you see what they're doing? And they're trying to destabilize the UNC chances of getting into government because we have a good chance. We have a good chance, right? The tears of the citizens are going to fall on them. It will be a generational curse. I am saying that this morning. Thanks a lot and have a good one. Lennox will explain what it is we're doing.
Go ahead, Lennox, because it is very important people understand.
The General's report, I understand that. The Auditor General's report is a legally time-specific document that must be presented to the Parliament, and the final date would have been January 31st. So it was presented. So it is in the Parliament now to put into the records. What has happened here is that Imbert and they are saying, because of all of the situations that we already mentioned earlier, they want an extension. And therefore went to instead of accepting it and putting it into the records, they say no, they don't want to put it into the records as yet. They want an extension of time for the attorney, for the Auditor General to get additional information that they say missing in order for it to be finally laid. So there was a 1919 situation. So they had to put it in, right? But there was a 1919 situation in the Parliament where 19 for the opposition and 19 for the government. So if the 5 that walked out were there, then the 19 would have materialized for the opposition. And since they said they would have said no to the recommendation of the government that there should be an extension, then the speaker will now have a casting vote. But because it had to be by law to be laid in the Parliament just as it is, irregardless, then the speaker had no choice but to vote in favor with the opposition and say no. That is what was at stake yesterday, and that the opportunity was missed.
All right, and the opposition the government got its way?
Yeah, the government got its way because there was 5 short of the 19 on the opposition side. Yes.
For something very, very important. So
you understand? You understand what's going on there?
Hey, boy, for something very, 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 very important. So wow.
Yeah.
Right.
It
So the caller
for the government. Yeah.
So the caller who had called and spoke about the fact of the internals and what have you, there was a contradiction in what he was saying. You saying, yeah, we are all for democracy, but when you are not at the price that you want to get it at, where you undermine policies, you are deliberately undermine policies. Now something has to be wrong there. You've definitely crossed the line.
And the party whip. If the party whip say that we're going no, everybody has to follow that as part of the discipline. This is how we can transfer that to the discipline of a member itself who calling for election that is not yet ready and is to be. It's not that the date has passed. That is ill discipline.
Thank you. Now show everybody understand, because I on all that kind of ticklish, but understand clearly now. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Go ahead, caller.
Good morning to you again, Andy, and Mikey and Lennox. Mikey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Macano.
Yeah.
Morning, brother.
Yeah, now, top of the class to you this morning, and I wanted to tell Andy, I wanted to give Malcolm X my number off of the air. Mikey and Andy and Lennox. I was the youngest guy who walked from Waterfield to Sama with the Black Power in them days, and I'm still doing it, and I have my belly still. And they had me in front of the line, walking with them Black Powers from Arima, and when I reached Sama, as a little fella, I could not make it no more again. I still have my mind and my belly, Mikey, and I could still go through the portfolio with them. Give Malcolm X my number and let him get on to me. And me and he will have a discussion, and probably we will put it to you all. Nice?
All right,
have a blessed morning to you guys this morning.
All right, Macano. Morning caller. Where calling from? What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Good morning, gentlemen. Calling from the Barapo.
The Barapo.
Gentlemen, the Auditor General report is simply to tell the population, hey, hear what? This is the money the government said they're spending. This is what the auditor have done, and hear what? They're thief or they're thief, and they can't account for the money that they spend. So now, giving them time now, coming to tell the population, hear what? If I say I spend $5 million and I buy 3 bag of aloo, hear what? Let me fix it so that 3 bag of aloo will equate to 5 million. So they will come now to try to fix what they want to fix to make it look good. Yesterday I was in the run, Stefan run around the savannah. I see the dissidents on them. Let me tell you something. Nobody I want to have nothing to do with these people. There was in the run and thing, the Rambali and the Rodney Charles and Anita Haynes and all them was around. The voices you're hearing coming from the people, because it had a nice little crowd and thing, cross-section of the population and thing. Let me tell you something. People have Kamala as the leader. People want Kamala to be the next prime minister, and people is there to support Kamala. They mightn't be outspoken because we just only hear negative things rather than the positive things. So, trust me, the voices that you're hearing, and I talk to some people who say they vote for PNM Rowley and thing last time and all kind of thing. They say, let me tell you something. If they come out and voice their opinion too much in the public, they will get outcast like how they outcast man like Morgan Job and thing. So they had a whole leg wrong. But they say when they see they go to that poll, they want to have nothing to do with Rowley. Because no time in the history of Trinidad and Tobago we ever had a situation like this where a man could be so blatant, so disrespectful, so disgusting, lie, do every single disrespect woman, man, children, all kind of thing, and still be proud to say this is Prime Minister of a country. And they ring their ears, they say, Barack Paul, let me tell you something, you have it coming. Have a good morning, gentlemen. Be safe outside and take it later.
Thank you very much. Oh boy. Next caller. Morning caller. Where you calling from? And what's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning?
Morning, Andy. Morning. Morning to Lennox. Morning to Mighty K. Freeport here.
Morning, sir. Morning.
Andy, the problem is, I always say it, and it's long time I saying it. It had too much of backbiters. And when I used to be talking, everybody shutting me up. I talked to Mr. Victor Roberts day before yesterday. Ask him who is his choice, because everybody's saying, Miss Kamala had to go, Miss Kamala had to go, and nobody saying who must replace. He's saying he don't have a choice, but it's who willing to put themselves up. And I telling you, all you, and everybody, I and Mr. Victor Robert, this go down very well. I don't know in person, but when I ask for help, he does provide it. Right? But I tell him he making a big mistake in his life with those people he want to follow. That is one. And it's long time I saying this. Biggest cost me on the live chat for bashing, some of the UNC backbiters. And this is why nobody can say who must lead the party, because everybody wants to be a leader. It has some of those who, like Miss Kamala Prasad, sister, would want to follow her, fine. But it had those who don't like her, but they're not coming out in the open. And it have those outside supporting those inside. This is why it's plenty of them who inside cannot come out and support those who outside would be bashing them. So this is the whole problem in the UNC. And when I talk, people have called me on the radio. One day I'll talk about it, Andy. People have called me on my phone and record me. I want them to play the record for you, but do not edit it and bash me and telling me I lying and making confusion. Okay?
All right. Thank you very much. I get the sign up, Mr. Freeport. Please don't think that I am cutting you. I already get the sign from the PD. Coming up next is Rhea, and that's not love, and she already is in studio. Mikey, close off. Yeah.
Well, that brings us to the end of our program, folks. Thank you so much. Tomorrow, of course, and up next, Rhea, as Andy told you. Don't forget, later on this evening, 8 p.m., our very own Lennox Smith, Corridor Transformation. And we have a lot in store for you, and we are preparing Community Microphone. There have been some challenges, but trust me, we are committed and dedicated to it. So until tomorrow, on behalf of the entire team, Lennox Smith, Andy Pitbull Williams, newbie, yours truly, Mikey K. Be safe out there. Until tomorrow.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
China Ari Restaurant is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. 67 Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Standards. Serving local